Hey, Internet. It is time to finish this side story since Odyssey it has been too long. And I guess after that, if we get to it, there's one more side story I really should do before chapter 12. Don't ever ask me the name, and yeah, I do remember last time I streamed this, my stream decided to die. I still blame V-stream, that's the word, by doing the second half of this cutscene from the stage. So we're gonna go to this again, and then we're gonna go to the last two stages. I mean, I assume this is an 8-parter, which honestly probably gonna still take us 4 hours of how long the cutscenes are in this. I do like getting more cutscenes, background lore and everything, but man, it feels like the most wordy side story I've done so far in Arknights for sure. 22 years ago. Clear weather, Central Sargon, Ebert region, desert outskirts. Are we there yet? How far away is it? If you're tired, we can stop here. Stop the tough act. It's been 7 hours and 40 minutes since our transport was wrecked in the ambush. Considering your physique and age, you've held up pretty well. No need. Let's keep going. We need to get out of here as soon as we can. Where are we? You're in Sargon. The nearest town to where we are heading. Accurately, it's a settlement formed of several towns that had been drifting in the desert with their hauling equipment. At the same time, this place covers the last swath of Sargon's no man's land, more than anywhere else. This is the way out for illegal immigrants, bounty hunters, and messengers. Well, we are just the peaceful messengers. Why aren't we going to Minos? I would love to go to Minos. Can we go to Creek instead, please? Don't know what exactly country Sargon actually is supposed to be. It's... I guess it's more like... African-ish, kinda? I mean, I wouldn't say it's Egypt. I'm not sure. Maybe I will figure it out in the long run. Or maybe it is finally very sure that I'm an idiot. Yippee! We love being idiots. I should also have gotten more water. I only have Fanta here. But having thing with that is carbonated will make me hiccup if I read that much. And we're gonna drink a lot today. Because I think I'm getting slightly sick, baby. So let's hydrate my food so that it works. Oop. I'm still not sure I can trust you any more than those mercenaries. What makes you different? She has monster. The difference is that you're alive. Already have our next steps figured out, don't you? What are we doing now? We're gonna drink some tea. We look for someone trustworthy to take us out of Ebert. Not legally, of course. Where are we going after that? Lithanian? Bolivar? I think I've heard Bolivar before. Before I give you an answer, you must understand that whatever your choice doesn't change the fact you are running away from your problems. You have no way to survive, nowhere to go, and nowhere to run. Are you prepared to accept the fact that your old life is already shattered to pieces? Do you understand it? Are you sure you are not just in a daze from the sudden turn of events? Stop acting so high and mighty. So that's her job. If anger gives you a clearer head, or she loves giving head, I see how it is, I'll be going further north, far enough for you to leave everything in Columbia and Sargon behind. I have to say, you've done very well. Are you mocking me? Much of what you do is rife with immaturity, and you let your emotions get the better of you. You're a little older, I would indeed make a mockery of you. Let's go. We need to find someone to introduce us to the black market here. Where do we find someone like that? I don't know yet. So there is stuff you don't know. I won't deny it, but we'll find them very soon. You understand what the land of V-Step means and stands for? We won't have any trouble finding the survivors in the grounds and markets here. We'll always help their fellow countrymen. All we have to do is make them believe that's who we are. Yippee! Just some nice identity thought. What's that here holding? Sargon coins? What can you even do with a few coins? We can pay the ferryman so we get a nice ride in the afterlife. We'll know soon enough. Get lost, Colombian. Huh? Monster? Where did it come from? How does one voice act fasting noises? Asking for a friend. Damn it, why? I can turn it. What's going on? A monster? A monster is here to kill us! That's a huge crowd. Hey, what's going on? Who's this guy? Bounty hunter from Bouvet. Looks like they're expanding the search area. Quick, follow me. Wait. You came all the way here, but anyone walking down the street could still be a hitman. What's the point of coming? It's exactly where I need to pick up the pace. What I'm saying is you haven't solved anything, Advisor Calcite. I mean, even if they're still trying to get tracked, like, you know, it's better than, you know, being in the goddamn same town still and getting more or less murked. These outfits make us stand out, don't they? This is just a kind of vegetables. Why is it so expensive? Our bugs are famous far and wide. Something wrong with our quality? Impossible. Shannon top grade earthenware jugs, once used by Lord a mere 60? Down from 60,000? Whatever, sold. There's a lot of people here. Is this where the market is? Why'd you stop? It's time to get our fortune met. Being superstitious this time? Ah. How rare. It has been a long time since an outsider paid Old Easton a visit. We wish to take a peek at what destiny has laid out before you. Perhaps you're searching for a particular piece of gravel in the sandstorm. Am I correct to assume you're responsible for the ruckus earlier? Old Easton can tell, dear Turler. You are in a hurry, and trouble follows in your footsteps. Old Easton simply hopes this won't lead to any more trouble for Sargon. You're not from Sargon. No, but you carry a great burden. What is he mumbling to himself about? Let's not waste any more time on him, Calcete. They'll catch up. But that's him. Sorry, I guess he has just a very feminine voice, in quotation marks. I need to get on the voice acting practice. Okay, but now this is the hot NPC. You fraud! What are you still doing here? Scram! You're mucking up our turf. Enough of your tricks. No one's going to fall for that. Ouch. That is a crusty old man. My bad. Alright, of course. Don't be so violent now. Old isn't relief. Old isn't is leaving. Is your master doing well? You should take an old Isn's advice and pull it out of the deal yet. That will mean nothing but trouble for her. My master? The chief would never listen to you jabbering types in the first place. If any lunatic in town could just waltz in and tell us how to do business, we might as well set up a suggestion box. Enough chit-chat. Get out of here. Are you okay? It hurts. Please don't worry. Old Isin's gotten used to it long ago. Old Isin cannot save them. Old Isin cannot get them to come around. Old Isin can do nothing but watch as they draw ever closer to destruction day after day. Please accept Old Isin's apologies. As you can see, Old Isin is being thrown out of this place. If there's anywhere willing to take in poor Old Isin, that's where Old Isin will go. Wait. Old Isin mustn't. Old Isin mustn't. Stay out of this. If he doesn't leave, it's gonna be on our heads. Just let him go. She's right. Her master calls the shots here, and she mustn't be trifled with. Let Old Isin leave, kind traveler. Let Old Isin return to his ice-cold home. I mean, was the ice-cold home menace negative? Because honestly, down in the desert, I'll take my igloo. We are wasting our time here on this old conman again. At least you can tell he's old. What do you mean? You can't imagine how old he is. He's actually old seaborn man. I don't know what is up with his complexion. You're living in a desert. There's something wrong when you're paler than your strongest gamer. The sun has set long ago, traveler. You are in a hurry. There are dangers around. Why waste your time here with Old Isin? As time goes by, even the greatest Padishah will one day be lost to the sense. His achievements will at that point crumble, and his subjects will scatter across the lands. From the way you are dressed, you don't seem to be Sargonian. Is this perhaps the beginning to a narrative poem? Old Isin is far too old. Old Isin has long forgotten the appeal of poetry or the appeal of the sun. But his servants remain ever dedicated to their duties. They guard the unpopulated desert until neutralization is ready to stand atop its sands. Until the time a new Padishah arrives with the will of Sarkhan to rebuild those lands. Similar stories happen in all countries in the world, time and again. Catastrophes, diseases, war. These are the three horsemen. There are great many ways a city can meet its end, and to find itself conquered by a new spirited ruler. Thereby repeating the cycle once again. What are they saying? Is this how Zagonian sounds? I rather hope not. 115 years ago. Before these golden sands were named Ebert. Just the magnificent city here. Do you remember anything of it? Oh wait, did I? Sorry. Of course, old Ishin remembers the city that disappeared in those great dreams. The Padisha at the time gave these lands brimming with sand a name that might seem unfitting for a place in Sargon. Reef's Deep. The only thing that remains of its name is down from one generation to the next, with none of them ever laying their eyes on its lush oasis. Are you its gatekeeper then? Is there anything old Ishin can do for you? I want to escape Sargon, leaving no tracks. Old Ishin understands having trouble with the IIS again. Whose attention are you trying to avoid? Not even Padishan can know of our whereabouts. Who are you? Please call me Calcid. Calcid. Lady Calcid. As old Ishin gazed up in the sunrise this morning, old Ishin slept back into my dreams in a trance. In old Ishin dreams, old Ishin was told there would be a visitor, would revel in these secrets of antiquity with us. You came early. The price is a single gold coin, my fair lady. You deserve it. Just that much? No, not yet. Please hold on to it, my lady. This is a price that will you pay 22 years later. Remember this promise well, for at that point the gold price will be through the roofs. War will ravage to terror forevermore. And either you invest all your money into Bitcoin or gold, no in between. Well, I lied. You could also invest into Pokemon cards. Do you have any Pokemon cards, Calcid? Well, it's worth far more than this gold coin. You have lived in Sargon in its current form for the past 100 years. I suppose not a single moment has gone by where you didn't look back and reminisce your homeland. You are correct, my lady. But today is different. You opened the door for us. Time to start a seaborne invasion or something like that. City full of hope. I forgot. I'm starting to consider to make a horny team. Actually, Bloom does not have. Why do I have Bloom on this? I might have just. Yeah, Bloom shouldn't be there. I might just have searched around units. Wait, this does not look right. Why is. I don't know why those two are here actually. Did they get out of it or something? It is. This is not my horny squad. What the hell happened? Maybe it did not get saved correctly? Well, the horny squad is a problem for later anyways. We just civilize it. That's a lot of bazookas, if you ever asked me. Watch me choose the wrong side, and they're coming from the off. They did watch me. Honestly, let's just restart this quickly. I think now that there's no sanity costs reduction, anything like that, I feel like there should be just a quick restart button. I guess even if we get that, I would still need to wait like half a year, but your star, please. Okay, I don't think they would ever add any features that are not in the Chinese version. Let's put you like here. Maybe this way you're out of range. Beautiful. I think we do something like this and then we put down off. Okay, that's not fully according to plan, but hey, when in doubt, you improvise for sure. I'm not sure I can. Can I just make you also fire all your rockets? Maybe that is just the way to go, how to handle them. Okay. Dreams, we can just do something like this now.
Con incapacitarlos basta, ¿verdad?
다음에는 휠체어에 비행 추진 장치를 달아볼까?
Okay, but yeah, I feel like it really should be kinda doing now. I say by getting shot at.
뭘 해야 하는지 절망의 냄새까지 감출 순 없지.
No te muevas.
사과야, 오늘도 잘 부탁해.
Okay, so I guess I feel like the only thing that could be dangerous is the drones, but that won't happen really either. What you here? Would be nice to just shoot the drones immediately too, but yeah, I feel like at this point we did remove all the difficulty. I mean, you know it's bad when we basically skip the mechanic of this side story. To be fair, it is a mechanic, I would say it's a more minor mechanic. I feel like there's some that affect how you play the game a lot more than just summoning some drones. I guess do something like this so we have the drones even more covered.
혼란 속에서 아무리 사소한 것일지라도 대세에
邊個敵人最惡禽？我嚟會下佢。
But yeah, kinda why at some point I would love to invest in
운명의 장막이여.
Soup Down Squad. But yeah, investing in a soup down squad is always just cursed because I feel like, especially for the action late game, there's still so much I need to optimize, and I mean, like, basically nobody has modules and stuff like that. But W6 is down. And we might actually finish this early if this did not have any story at all. "22 years ago, cloudy. Central-Sagan, Ebert region, town of Wiestep, surroundings." Looks kinda like a video oasis though. "Abandoned courtyard. Is this where you live?" "A few years ago, a merchant built a magnificent courtyard before you. He disappeared without a trace during a business trip. To this day, no one knows whether he met his fate in a natural catastrophe or man-made tragedy. But whichever the case, this courtyard has become a place of refuge for those of us with nowhere to go. We are all squatters." Old isn't proud to new faces with him. She doesn't seem all that poor going by her looks. Need to be careful. Let's head back inside. We shouldn't find the old Isn's secrets. What's this courtyard called? The Sleeping Sargon. That's what all those without a home have come to call this place. It's like our fallen homeland, my lady. We sleep on the most extravagant corpse you can find in the whole world. We stay the night and wait until sunrise. Only then can we leave for the heart of Wiestep. The land encircled by reefs. Precisely. Right in the center of the Sea of Sands. Is this very good? There used to be an ocean here. Padisha and Lord Amir chose to rebuild the city somewhere with far richer resources, leaving it a forgotten boon, a land of lawlessness. And he can find the most villainous scum here. Be that as it may, to those who once lived in that city, as well as the descendants, leaving that place behind is easier said than done. You can hire underground merchants to do your bidding there. We'll create fake identities for you and help you leave Sargon territory. However, your destination is quite some distance away. Old Ethan cannot guarantee you will arrive in one piece. How's Elliot doing? He's asleep. But who the hell is Elliot? But it's safe here. You care for him more than old Ethan imagined you would. It's proof of your kindness. It's part of your job. He's not going to be happy if he catches you say that. Oh, old Ethan can see it. The anger lurking in him. Oh no, we're gonna turn him into a Sith. I thought you'd have met plenty of people like him. Civil unrest and skirmishes happen often in Sargon after all. The world may think there are many brave men with a lust for revenge, but there isn't. Most merely drown in their hatred. Let it flow through them. Rationality quashed by their anger. Can save him this once, and only this once. Yes, old Ethan understands. His fate lies elsewhere. This fate is bound to the gold coin of yours. Why 22 years? Arts cannot give us so-called prophecies, and no mere mortal can manipulate time. Time is the mother of all fates. All old Ethan likes to do is to wage against time. I mean, that is brave. I give you that. But hey, old Ethan is still alive, so maybe he is winning. So you mean? What's wrong? We turn into bees. Ah, what a beautiful creature. He's into cat girls, let's go! Old Ishin can tell. The two of you depend on one another. Old Ishin can tell it is your partner. You have traveled a long journey together. Let's go, monster. Let's go see them. Oh, you communicate. Your hearts are connected. Old Ishin can feel that. Have complete trust in this creature. Well, she is her mom or something, I don't know, man. So it's your one and only friend. Does Calcite have friends? That is a good question. Yet you traveled on your long, arduous journey with no one but this beautiful creature. Lady, is this glory of yours replete with nothing but loneliness? Loneliness doesn't affect my responsibilities in any way. It seems we've got company. We'll go take care of them. You stay here. Take care of Elliot. Of course. Old Ishin has ways to hide. After all, Old Ishin has been hiding for far too long. But I don't want them to make another Star Wars movie. Where's Calcite? Enemies are bound. She's fending them off with a trusted partner. You mean that weird creature? Why are you looking into the distance like that? Are you worried about her? No, Old Ishin is not worried. She has a tenacious spirit. Old Ishin thinks not even death can stop her in her tracks. That's why Old Wissen respects her. Old Ishin has a question for her. What do you want to ask her? The past 100 and some years, Old Ishin had the same dream again and again. In those dreams there stands a magnificent city among the golden sands. The city moves, and the sky seen from its towers is purer and clearer than ever. We're gonna build a new paradise, let's go. The young Pasha stands next to Old Ishin, and there's always a vast empty swath of land before our eyes. Young Padisha would always begin to recount to Old Ishin. And Old Ishin is too old. Old Ishin forgets. Old Ishin's crimes are unforgivable. There's a reason why I am not allowed too close to any school. He's talking to himself again. Old Ishin has always sought this answer. Old Ishin has been waiting for someone who knows of the city and its glory. All those who had to do with the city yet live in the dream. Some have forgotten, but a great many of us still look back fondly on our homeland. We built this city with our own hands under the Padishah's leadership. A great city, even with Calosaurus finger to its wounds. That city is the true beginning of the land of Reef Sleep. Zagonians of Ebert must never forget anything about V-Step. Yet, Old Ishin has forgotten. Old Ishin is unforgivable. You've been waiting for someone to tell you what you've forgotten in your dreams? Hey, you know, storing information aside. Old fortune teller turns around, his smile ever rotten. His facial features are strange, and his bare fingers certainly do not resemble his actual age. Old Ishin smiles happily. More. You're the leader of those squads. I remember you. How did you find us, Colombian? Sarkas. I'm not from Colombia. I'm actually one of you. Huh? What's going on? Are you trying to control my mind? Fire! Stop her arts. I should just voice act monsters being to everything. That would be funny. But not even the highest grade airwolves could harm that monster. We don't have enough info to work with. Seems to be a caster. Be careful. Sarkas, Lord Amir of Ebert hired you, didn't he? Think I'm about to tell you? No. Ibuti Lord Amir has a deep personal grudge against Victoria. Only got a brief glimpse, so it's possible I'm mistaken. But this avatars now were indeed Victorian. Looks like a real employer. Current Padishah Murat is far more crafty than I expected. A patient ruler, running the flames between the different forces without care in the world. Perhaps he had anticipated the plans of the Columbians and the local lords Amir all along. You know about the Padishah, and still you dare come to Sargon? I'll never know what's going on in your Columbian set. What, you got original in your brain? Man, I would love a brain made out of computer parts. I mean, that's how it kind of works, right? Maybe, I don't know, man. Hadish Mowat wants just the box and nothing else. Give it to us, and all of us get to leave this place alive. Haven't destroyed it, have you? Only because it isn't mine. You're a stubborn one. Ability Lord Amir's self-righteousness earned him the Padishah's anger. I have no idea who hired those Columbian mercenaries, but I can at least tell you they won't be putting up a fight anymore. At this point, this war is coming to an end soon. Padishah Murat gave us the authority to bring all this to an end. If that were the case, why would an almighty Sargon Padishah hire mercenaries to do his bidding here, instead of sending his personal guards, because they're just pawns to be sacrificed? Yippee. That's got way too much to do with Columbia after all. But none of that matters to you and me right now. You got a decision to make here, operations advisor. All you gotta know is that there's no one coming to save you in this desert. Me! Watch out for that creature. No idea what it actually is, but it's gonna be tricky to take it down. You... No, it can't be. Isn't just normal arts. I will speak. You're Columbian. How? Enough. Doctors in Victorian or Sargonian, or else we'll shoot. Are you from Castle? Castle? That's a bedtime story for kids. I have no idea what you have to do with Sarkos, but this doesn't change anything about the situation we're in. Be quick with it and hand the box over. All the Padishah wants is the tech. This will set off the beginning of Sargon's destruction. Padishah Murat is not a scientist. He doesn't understand the devastation it can cause. He doesn't need to understand, nor do we. Explosion go boom. Is Sargon your homeland, Sarkas? We lived in Sarkos Sargon for as long as I can remember. We snuck around in the back alleys and hit our horns, and we lived in the filthiest of places. Man, what a country to live in. Picking up arms is the only way we get to eat. It's simple. All of us are practically natural born infected. It's do or die, and that's what drives us. So, what are you saying? Only Sarkas with a firm will can escape the ancient language's influence. Language itself is a kind of Sarkas witchery. What's the source of your conviction? Your mission? Or your creed? Well, I gotta admit, your mind trick might actually have worked. I still haven't ordered anyone to open fire. I'm still chit-chatting with you with all the patience in the world, even. I can see before me is the Sarkas trying his best to survive using the simplest method he knows. Me. Enough of this crap. I thought you were a Columbian mercenary leader. Stop pussyfooting around. You know, that's racist to say to a cat girl. Padishah Murat won't allow any Sarkas to know his dirtiest secrets. He thought of all the other squads vying for his trophy. Don't you suppose the Lord's Amir's men were not among them? Or no, Amogus masquerading as mercenaries? Between the exorbitant amounts in taxes and the lives of a few Sarkas accessions, what do you think Padishah Murad's choice will be? I love taxes. Oh, of course we're aware of that. But if we let you go now, does it mean we'll be awakening even more though? Or our Puffy will be cured right away? No, but have you heard about Ward's Island TM? Don't get the wrong idea. We live at the Padishah's mercy. We don't have a choice. Perhaps I can give you a choice. Yeah, become my fool. I want to turn us against him. And you want us to serve Castle? A place you haven't so much as seen? Don't make me laugh, Caster. The Sarkas' homeland? There's nothing there but a bunch of wounds. So we can rebuild it. You bookworm types should know better than any of us just how much is left of Castle. Get the casters ready. Focus your fire on that monster. No, see, you should take out Calcid. You take out the healer first, as a mage. Should you never play an MMO? You two will take the bitch down the first opportunity we got. Okay, rude. Too bad. Looks like negotiation's not on the table anymore. This isn't even negotiation. Oh, this is even mercy. No, I'm already mercy. You're the one who's surrounded right now. Yeah, you're right. You know how to strike fear. But if we don't give the Padishah an answer he's satisfied with by tomorrow, we aren't going to escape death either. It's like I told you, we don't have a choice. Open fire. They've chosen death. What's that behind the smoke? Is that the monster? Not even a scratch. Don't understand, it's... I do wonder what monsters actually made out of. You, Castle Caster, what are you? Me. You didn't have to be someone else's tool. I want to live. Yeah, but you should try to live as a free man. Besides, this is how it's always been. A Sarkas has no right to dream about the future. For your plates, attack! Time to beat up some more mercenaries then. What else is... it's not that bad actually. Honestly, let's be super greedy. Actually, maybe this way I can catch a few thrones with you even. Okay, naturally you had to like keep staying there. I see how it is, dog. Also, okay, I should have put you down there. Wait. This is... I see, this is actually it's here. Well, in that case, get blasted, man. I think we still basically want you here. Well, see, those might be even enough to just carry this, to be honest. I have no idea who's gonna come out of this hellhole.
Tus ataques entran dentro de mis cálculos.
Sometimes I wonder why there are so many like spots to put down ground units. Maybe I just missed the ones you would really want in spots like
너무
those,
기다리게
but
하지. 절망의 냄새까지
that was a
감출
waste.
순
But
없지.
most of the time I really just don't see a reason.
내가 말하지.
Yeah, let's fast forward. But yeah, I'm wondering also, like, do you see must be like Seaborn shenanigans White
너무
or
기다리게
some
하지 마.
bullshit like that? Actually, I mean, I did not really do any Seaborn storyline. I wonder how old and ancient they are. I mean, I feel like at this point looking at it would be super spoilers, but once I'm done with the main story, overall timeline of Terror would also be nice to look to at some point. What's multiple kinds of air support wounds? When on the field, all air support wounds have significantly increased movement speed. Do I care about wound movement speed though? I mean, because I'm Shelmus, you can have some healing.
엘레지가 들리는 희미하게 빛나는 스크랄. 지식의 깨달음일지어다.
It was relatively easy for late stage. To be fair, it's still just the normal stages. I should not expect any of the normal stages of like year 1 stuff be even challenging. Modern day. It's time to repay our debts. I find myself looking back on those events often during my most difficult times. Whenever I grow tired of striking the iron, whenever I'm unsatisfied with inferior materials that result in products less than satisfactory, the events I witnessed that day immediately come to mind. So you took care of all those mercenaries by yourself? No, you planted those weapons beforehand. They self-destructed. I love bombs. I'm surprised you could bring yourself to actually do it. Didn't you make all those things yourself? What kind of craftsman has lingering affection for the creations? They're your babies! Come on, man. I mean, I would be sad of just exploding whatever I've created. I mean, I have paintings on my wall by myself. They're ugly as hell, but they're also my babies. I could never throw them away. The reason we pour our emotions into our work is to create an even more refined product, not to be tied down by our feelings. So you had it all figured out beforehand, eh? I eliminated all the factors unbeneficial to us. What is wrong about that? This burnt smell stinks. Don't tell me Old Island claims to be pacifist. You know, there is pacifism once everybody that wants to kill you is dead. Like, very peaceful afterwards, you know? We have created peace once we've actually killed everyone. Well, I can certainly tell you two are not. So, what did you see that day again? Has either of you personally seen her in combat? Just though she had a bird's eye view from up in the sky, everything was under her control. She actually has developed this app, and then there's this doctor guy playing on it. Yeah, close, very close. Sarcasm devils, she won. She won indeed. Old Ethan knew this is exactly how it would turn out. Do you have to follow me around? Sorry, somebody has to listen to the monologue of Old Ethan. Of course, Lady Calcid asked Old Ethan to. Until the moment she steps out of Sargon, her versus Old Ethan's command. Is that hill over there? Other side of the hills. Smell of original gunpowder and blood yet lingers in the sandstorm. Problem that has become all but natural to Elliot. I guess he would kinda dumb down to like warn Bada quickly, huh? Gust of wind blows past, carrying away with it the dust. Under the clear sun, the strange creature's large statue appears as though it's distorting even the sunlight. There, Cassie says solemnly. It's as calm and quiet as one can be. Monta's just having the time of her life or something. You could have become a warrior and named this mercenary. A Sarkas warrior. Now forever your text box will just say Sarkas mercenary. My death. It's a greater purpose, caster. Not going to finish me? Let's see. Meh. This monster. More than ready to die. A few extra scratches that much to ask for. Sorry, no honor for you. Meh. That did sound rather planned for what I assume would be monster using claws, not gonna lie. Enough, monster. He's a dead man with those injuries. Okay, I mean, then take him out of his misery. Maybe? I feel like that would be the decent thing to do. Oh, looks like we saved Padisha some trouble. Sarkas, what's your name? Which one? Tell me, castle. The castle you were talking about. How does it look now? Terrible still. But the Sarkas are rebuilding their homes. How could us devils, us infected, possibly have one? By first, not only doing war and actually working on rebuilding something. Then you could even like start farming or something. Would be pretty amazing. I've never left Sargon. Sarkas have tried to rebuild Castle, your home for centuries. Though they have never succeeded. Everyone has a different idea as to what the term homeland means. What does it sense right now? Castle is perhaps as close as you can get to the term's original meaning. The Tikas deserve a home. It's the Tikas again. I feel like if I overall get it from what I've seen, the Tikas must be like ancient races Sarkas come from, right, and everything. Like, that does a nice ring to it. Poor devil, poor devil. He's gone, no longer with us. Now he's just eating up the corpse or something. And also the tattoos on his finger. There's a lot of funky stuff going on with this man. He should really just be outside a bit more. You two shouldn't have come. Made quite a ruckus here. Old Asian thinks this place could use some cleaning to avoid catching anyone's attention. Hey, nerd. I've been playing for... Man, it has been a while now. I guess it's a bit... I guess roughly half a year? That seems also... I guess roughly half a year at this point. I'm slowly going to the story. To be fair, I guess I'm slightly more ahead in the main story than the side story, but I also want to main story more. But yeah, this game has a lot of content to go through, turns out, if a gacha game is so old. But it is boring. You took all of them down by yourself? Me? You know what? Being for monsters just works in every situation. I've played Ark Knight since was Mondes, so 5 years. Jesus. Yeah, I feel like that counts as pretty OG, even if it's like not day one. But yeah, it is also nice to see like so many people sticking around because I wonder how it actually was since I guess I'm experiencing the game with a lot of quality of life compared to on launch. But it is a pretty good gacha game. Hmm. Okay. You two took down a whole mercenary squad. How many of them were there? It was no easy task. I would have been in quite a tight spot if they weren't as afraid of monsters as they were. Man, if only they would shoot the vulnerable squishy caster. Let's pick up the pace. We've already found ourselves in 7 skirmishes since we left Redhorn. And everyone knows the 8th one is the one that kills you. Should see the leaderboards along story. Chapter 14 takes first place, with Loantville taking second. Loantville take. I see, I see. I mean, I do have seen rough word count lists, and I mean, I have just resigned myself to the fate that I'm more or less reading to like multiple novels worth of books while going through the story. Like, I would say, I mean, I've mostly played the main story, and after the first few chapters, the story did improve so much more that I generally have with every chapter a good time. I also did like a other than the last side story of year one, did all of those side stories. I will say some of them are rough, like the summer one. I forgot the name. The summer one with the festival and the volcano was rough. But overall, the quality of the stories is good enough. So, you know, it's just like I'm reading some good novels. But yeah, it might be unique to a streamer, but reading to this and voice acting, that is so long while. Mm. And yeah, I guess it would also be like the operator BIOS and everything like that I will admit I will not touch those. I'm too little bit for that. Maybe. Or maybe if I get desperate and run out of content at some point. It will be a sad day once I like fully caught up with the story. But I mean, from what I've been around so far, I feel like they are updating the story also in a decent pace. So basically, since I played, there were like 2 new main story releases. I kind of hope that I've caught up with the main story at least until the third one, till chapter 17. Yes, 16 it released like 2 weeks ago. Obsidian Festival, yeah, that one. Honestly, I feel like that was part of the reason why I decided now to mostly just stick to the side stories that are main story relevant. Or well, like really main story relevant, and do those in the main story first, beeline through that, and then going to the other side stories. But I do want to say go to everything. Now we have an entire Sarkas mercenary squad. We'll likely face the Lord Amir's guards next, or the Patisha's elite troops. Man, what if you're missing still like one boss stage? No matter the case, the more we run, the more fierce our enemies become. Oh, it isn't gets the impression that you didn't want to kill them. I mean, she might have a soft spot for the Sarkas, okay, and honestly, we did not gain anything from this. This was just busy work. You're not wrong. You seem to have special feelings for Sarkas. Oh, pardon, old Isin. Old Isin should not have asked. But where were you when Babel fell or something? Yes. The sun is setting soon, Lady Calcite. Hey, old C. I am gaming. Maybe I'm reading. Man, I should just get some classes for my model and be like, it is reading time. I'm sending this from work. Goddamn Arbeitszeitbetrug. Mainly focus on the main story, a bisschen Hunter arc and Sui arc. I do really want to do the Abyssal Hunter arc. The Seaborn do sound cool. I guess I have no idea really about the Sui. I guess I did IS6, which is a bit relevant to them. But I know that they're cool limited characters, so I'm looking forward to pull for Wang. That's all I know about the Sui, basically. I've not really touched anything concerning their storyline. I guess they're relatively relevant for Yan overall, but I guess they were not main story relevant, at least early on. I guess I have also no idea where the main story goes after Victoria at some point. But yeah, I mean, even at this point, there's so many different storylines to keep track of, which also kinda feels like chronological order is nice, but man, then everything is so stretched out. The sun is setting soon, Lady Calcite. We must bury these bodies right away. It looks like the sand buggy will save us quite a bit. We need to be quick. It's time to ride on Monster. Did she ever do this? She should just use Monster's amount. Might be a bit... I guess maybe Monster might not approve. Can knowledge be a means to buy over a person's heart? Elliot has never so much as thought about that. He used to be a naive, but he was also gifted precisely because of this. Of course, he cannot understand why old Ishin would follow everything Cassid says after the exchange of theirs. I did try Icebreaker games yet, yeah. I mean, actually, are the new stages released yet? I only did it basically on release. Did like everything other than one expert stage. But yeah, I do really like it. I do like having multiplayer in my gacha game. It is nice to interact with people. Honestly, I even did play it like I think this is only the second Icebreaker games, right? I basically did start when the first Icebreaker games dropped, and you know, I had like at best Elite 1 units, so I loved sandbagging people. And yes, I will slurp. I will get all the slurp juices and stop swimming, I swear. Also, Seaborn's cool. Helena Maxis. I mean, the sounds are horrifying. I don't really have much idea of what's going on, but since the collab in Limbus was Seaborn focus, I have slight ideas, and I do love my Eldritch Lovecraft, horrors that just assimilate everything, I guess. Sounds neat. An interesting enemy, at least. But yeah, I did not really play the storyline yet. Of course, he cannot understand why old Ishin would follow everything Calcid says after the exchange of theirs. It is so he lives in the distant past. He merely gazes at the far end of Zagonsko and sense, waiting for someone to come give him the answer he has always sought. Is knowing what the answer is all that he ever wanted? Wisdom is nice. Getting background music would also be great at some point, no? Thank you, game. This is the entrance to the old market. This is the Reef's Deep town. Yet another Sargon town. Old Ishin knows where the entrance is. Old Market is no secret. Anyone has the right to look for that which they want here. Let's go. We finally can get us an enemy girl waifu without having to swipe, maybe. Come with old Ishin. Played Icebreaker games only with alters, and every time I see a visitor I pull out my secret to stop them. No pain what my stages. I see. Fair. I mean, I'm visitorless, so I guess I cannot judge anyone that would use her, but okay, I do get that from whenever I loaned her, that using herself is like not very complicated and she does nuke everything. But I feel like, I mean, okay, I'm also talking out of my ass here because I've not been around so long, but from like what operators released somewhat recently and everything, I feel like there's like a lot of them that are kind of at her power level at this point, right? Like stuff like Tragotia for sure. And like I do have Exo Alter and like she does shred stuff in a sense Lemon too. So yeah, I mean, it is nice when people learn how to play the game, I do get that. But I also, maybe I'm biased, but I feel like some of the Visitor Slender, but maybe, I think she was like very overtuned when she released though, right? Because I guess she's a bit older. But yeah, I sometimes do not know how to feel about the overall balance, but I'm also just midway through the game. I wonder how hard the main story and everything gets once I get like to the third arc and do actually new content and I realize all those new operators, they're kinda needed. Old Ethan? Thought you died in the Golden Sands. Old Ethan is fortunate to survive. Yeah, Old Ethan has seen his death in 500 years. Till then, he is just immortal. Coke does mean stand aside and let me use the same shit you've been forced to watch 1,000 times. So that is fair. Are those two behind you Colombians? Colombians on the run? That box have gotta be worth some money then. Don't touch our box. He does not like that thought. Oh, relax. Why so tense? I'll give you 400 gold coins for the box. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Ah, that's too bad. Alright, I'm sure we have more chances to do business with each other. Isn't that right, Old Ishin? Please don't let it get to you, lady. This happens often here. I mean, we are on a market. And at least he did not try to enslave us yet. She isn't actually that curious about the box. She just loves selling loot boxes. If she actually had her mind set on it, we wouldn't be getting much sleep in the future. She opened at 400 coins? Oh no, he's realizing he lost everyone he loved and knew for 400 coins. This is the V-step market. The vibrant heart of Ebert. How long are we staying here? This will be a long journey. It will take Old Ishin time to prepare. Perhaps 2 weeks. Ishin, I'm counting on you. What is this for? Gold coins? Old Ishin needs no money at all. Armies are still coming after us. We need to get the preparations done as soon as possible, so you're gonna buy us some rations. Don't forget to get some torches. We are an D&D party. Old Ishin understands, but please keep your coins. Old Ishin is no place to take them. And Old Ishin still has much to ask you. First, we need your firstborn child. Very well, I understand. Feel free to ask me anytime, even now. Thank you. Old Ishin is far too old. Old Ishin has forgotten far too many important things. Alas, most of those who remembers what I wish to know have come and gone. That is why Old Ishin is looking for clues. Lady, you are young. Doesn't matter if it comes from you. Would you like to hear a funny story in the form of my own quote? It's been amusing to give my orders to you. So much skill issues to discuss. Okay, where's the Vanguard and why all AFK? Fair. I guess, which is sad. I mean, I do love the game for its story and its gameplay. I guess there's some people that only play the game for one or the other, and I do get that. I guess some people really only know how to play one team. To be fair, if I'm just getting thrown operators at me, I would also probably not know how most of them work. But that's kind of also why I do like Arknights. It has so many operators that, okay, I mean, it's not like everyone is like that amazing or crown-shattering with gimmicks or something like that. But there's a lot to learn and a lot to combine with, which is neat. Old Ishin would not hold out hope for those your age, but you know of that city, and the secrets that disappeared in those great winds long ago. I guess that's also, I feel like from what I've seen just around in the community, and I guess something I would like to do in the future is some form of like themed teams. Because, yeah, I think if you've played for a long while, you might get overpowered, at least for some of the content. Like, I feel like whenever I do the side story or something like this, I do realize like everything other than probably the late X stages at this point with my team. So at one day I can also invest just having maybe a weaker side team. I've been thinking, which is even just very broad, just have like a team full of horned operators, so I have my horny team. I know, greatest mind right here. I will come up with something though. I mean, I do know that a lot of people just maybe do like one class or just basically one faction or something like that. Boop, boop, boop. Just up my older squad with the random first thing I see is no Vanguard, all of K skills. Man, I mean, yeah. I guess the only excuse I could get is that if, yeah, I guess I would not use it during swaps though. Then yeah, that is the curious team composition the more I think about it. It's just cursed to not ping any Vanguards. Like, I feel like there's no excuse to not ping any Vanguard. What do you want to remember, old Sava? Old Ishin once served a Padisha. Padisha of the land of Reef's Deep. Padisha saw Old Ishin as a friend and would even die for Old Ishin. An honor Old Ishin can never fully repay. He lost. That is the part that hurts. Yet it has been far too long. Old Ishin has forgotten the words of the Padisha. Before Old Ishin dies, Old Ishin must remember his words. The disaster that destroyed the city left you directionless. It's been too long, lady. Look, you remember even that catastrophe. Padisha who ruled Vista but doesn't show up in the history books much. But at the very least, the written accounts and folklore do not mention the Sahara fortune teller. Man, imagine going up to a man and saying, you know, the history books did talk about your friend, but you? No, but it was never worthwhile enough to mention you. It will probably take some time if you want to figure out who you are. Oh, that's fine. If you must leave this place behind, there's a long way ahead. Old Ishin will patiently wait your return. Old Ishin dares not to die. Old Ishin only asks you to remember this. I promise you, that's how he gets you. Please come with Old Ishin. Old Ishin has a home here. An old dwelling. Isn't this just a normal... Wait, what's this? Pure gold? You buried a whole mountain of pure gold here? You know, this is not some nice flooring. These are old Ishin's riches, but old Ishin had no way to spend them. Nobody accepted them. Everyone wanted those bitcoins. Now, old Ishin is glad to finally give them purpose. That's no small sum you have. Has no one gone after your riches before? Old Ishin was the Padisha's favorite courtier. If Old Ishin had not a bean to his name, Old Ishin will always be protected. Old Ishin will get started with the preparations now. Okay, I'm starting to get curious who you actually were, old man, other than just old Palpatine. What do you want to know? Far too much, my lady. He possesses all the answers. Can't wait to see you do the boss stage in this event. I mean, I will disappoint you and probably trivialize it. Feels pretty empty up here. The Black Market always starts out as a normal underground bazaar. It's a fairly common sight for areas ravaged by catastrophes. When nightfall comes, the lights are moved underground. Something on your mind? I've been on the run with you for a while now, but you're still keeping me in the dark for a lot of things. Like that old Sava with amnesia. Long ago, there used to be a city here. A nomadic city in Ebert's vast territory. Building of the city is a miracle in itself, but before the views of Padisha, no one had managed to unite all of Ebert. The symbol of that unity? That city among the golden sands? That was what inspired everyone to unite under his rule. It was not that long ago. I believe there's still a fair amount of people out there wallowing in their homeland's former glory. Fortunately, it was not meant to last. The city met its fate during catastrophe. Supposedly, after Padisha had evacuated all his citizens and workers, he was a great ruler, let's go. Simply lamented and lashed out at the gathering storm. Lash out at the catastrophe? Go away, storm. It's that easy. That's how it was recorded in history. At least. But it's most likely actually happened. The catastrophe laid waste on the Padisha's grand achievement in a brief moment. Just for a night, all citizens became refugees. They very well could have built a new home together, but after the destruction of the city, everything was left behind in the sunstorm, forgotten. But now we can treasure hunt. Old Ishin was among them. Lutz and me and the new Padisha didn't want to spend a huge sum of money to build a city. Thanks to that, the descendants likely had no idea where to begin to rebuild their homeland. This filled them with grief. This is also why they give all those who still respect the land of Reslip the same amount of respect. So is that why they're helping us? Because it's like helping out their countrymen? From the looks of it, we get to leave Sargon soon, right? Everything goes well, should be leaving Sargon territory within the month. And we're going to Ursus? That's right. Why? I don't get it. Did you really abandon everything you had in Columbia and came to Sargon just to keep our research on becoming the powder keg that sparks a war? None of you could have possibly foreseen what a chain of events would eventually lead to. And you can. She has like a clue or two. If you really want me to give you an answer, I'll say yes. It would be so much easier for you if you killed me. My boy is done with the shit and destroyed the box now. But here you are, letting me hold on to it. Do you want me to do that? No. Then you should not give her the suggestion. At first, I was really bothered that I was the only survivor, but I don't feel that way anymore. I'll see it. I'll give you this box now. Will you do something for me? For us? You know, the Deputy Lord Amir was dragged into this mess. From Sargon to Columbia. The accomplices of this conspiracy are everywhere. But I still want them to pay the price. In blood. Let's go. See, this box. It's my one and only trump card. Once it's destroyed, you'll have nothing. Nothing? Actually, Calcite. Ever since the beginning, I've always felt I didn't need this box. I have it in my brain. Remember all the details, so I can replicate our past results. You... Of course, it will take a long time. There's probably going to be lots of difficult issues. But I think I can do it. Famous last words. If, just like you said, there's some kind of way to turn this original energy source into a weapon. This is the first time you are looking me into the eyes, Calcite. First time you aren't reading me as a kid or someone to be protected. But as a scientist and Columbian. Yes, I've been underestimating you because of your age, Elliot. Relax. I won't let these bad guys use the professor's features as they please. I won't. I will use it to finish one last thing. I don't understand how Professor Thorne's research came to be. I heard him say before that the basis of technology came from a set of ancient ruins that archaeologists found in Sarkas. Could provide nomadic cities an entire new and convenient energy source. Man, I wonder if this is how they powered their good old Reefs Deep. Say it again. If misused, this could easily bury half of Sargon and its golden sands. I wonder how old Originum actually is. That's a good question, I will find out over time, I guess. Well, you were the head of the mercenaries to begin with. Probably have a few other tricks up your sleeve just to be safe, don't you, advisor? Shatza's taking me out right now. Where you people like to take care of things. Me. Monster's happy to play. Go back inside. You. Enough with the tough act, Elliot. The way you are now, you can't make a sensible decision. You should really think about what it is that you want to do carefully. Oh, thank you, thank you. This is all that old Asian wants. Some nice oranges. They're gonna help with my perplexion. They're going so far away? Old Asian won't be going. Old Asian will go nowhere. Alright, your call. You got the cash and I got the goods. It's as simple as that. That is how transactions work on a market. You are not wrong. Need any help packing? No, no need. We must keep my lady's whereabouts a secret. Ishin. Ah, my lady. The preparations are almost complete. We have medicine, food, water, and a small amount of refined originum ingots. Let's go. We can eat at the cancer walk. This car here stolen. It's already been modified about 4 or 5 times by the Hoover. Let's go. Nobody can track us with this. It's kinda beat up. What's the only downside to it? It's got everything you want in a car. Even got a multi-grenade launcher. You know, it comes with all the extras. Some AC, nice radio with stereo sound. Oh yeah, and the multi-grenade launcher. Not a simple grenade launcher. Like, if you know what a good ride is, you invest in the one with a multi-grenade launcher. I love Terror. I heard you guys are going north. Where to? Sami perhaps? Oh, will you guys actually make it that far? I need as for your compensation. All pure gold? I didn't even change, you know? That's a pain in the butt. Just like how we were treated in the old days. Old Asian is never stingy when it comes to compensation. Well, that's at least how to make people like you. Well, thanks. Let's call it day here, Ethan. Very well, my lady. If all goes well, you will be departing on your journey within the next 3 days. Lithuanian arts units parts are nice and all, but they're such a hassle to use. They're usually pretty rough. Colombians make much better stuff. How could you say this about cool German stuff? I can't wait to actually see Lithuanian be relevant in the main story at some point in my life. I got some new wares here. Original weapons straight from Minos. Once you place the order, you gotta buy it. What about it? Don't you understand? Audition doesn't hate this place at all. If you have wealth and status here, why roam the streets elsewhere in Ebert? Old Asian wants to help Sargonians. This ideal helped Old Asian move forward and helped support his many lifetimes. Compared to the average lifespan of a Sava, I've lived quite a long time. Is this an effect of your original arts? Nah, he just visited a beach that makes you old. But, Can you just become immortal with magic? Old Asian has forgotten even what his original arts could do. Fair. Old Asian can fiddle with this original crystal ball, but Old Asian does not remember what kind of tricks it conjured up back in those grand radiant days. Man could actually just conjure water. Everyone loved him. This isn't a normal physiological disease. Your brain and body are under the influence of some kind of arts. Just put himself in a time chamber or something. Make him perceive time slower or something. Medical seed. Old Asian thinks that with the reef's deep loss to the storm, perhaps there are no more clues to be found anywhere but in the centermost areas of Sargon. Have you been to that fabled Golden City? You're gonna go to El Dorado for sure. Is El Dorado what he took as inspiration for this? I feel like, from my understanding and what I feel like, I mean, Sargon for once probably just Egypt shipped into this country, probably also just African countries, maybe? But yeah, something like a Golden City feels like more South American to me. Or maybe this is where I realize I don't know much about African culture. You mean the capital of Sargon? Its industrial prowess has been advancing day by day. Sargon's capital has never once opted to relocate its nomadic city. In the winds, the sun ceaselessly beat against Sargon's walls as time goes on and on. Even catastrophes cannot rock Sargon's core. Old Asian thinks what he has forgotten is there. Old Asian can remember everything there, but that is a place that Old Asian can never reach. Only Padishas and a few lords are mere who were granted the royal pillage may see that city hidden deep in the sandstorms. He said he wanted an answer. Old Ishin remembers nothing but a dream. And a dream amid those boundless hotlands. The army simply charged toward the horizon devoid of people. All Old Ishin remembers of it is that the Ivory Heels hoisted a scarlet web just toward the southernmost horizons of Sargon. But this has nothing to do with the Weaves Deep. This is perhaps a key that could lead into Old Ishin's past. So, you know, everybody knows about this war. Come on. Hang on a second. Could you? Wait. You could not have known that the conquest of the Kashyyyks of Knights Morva took place over 1,000 years ago. Man has just been here from the start. How does this have anything to do with Weaves Deep? Kashyyyks. Knights Morva's royal debt. Old Ishin knows, but why? Did you serve a Knights Morvan offspring? Or Sargon created a Kuvanda of Knights Morvan blood Padisha? I'm gonna nod my head and pretend I understand what she said there in the sentence. Old Ishin seems to... Padisha, Weaves Deep Padisha, Old Ishin's master, Kuranta, and descendant of Knights Morva. The two of you made for the Watchman's Walls together. He must have recounted to you the exploits of his bloodline. Something that he must have taken pride in. Oh, it's yes, but no more city walls. Was to the south. Yes, the south. Atop the hotlands, so not even Sargonians would set foot on. As to the entrance to lands yet undiscovered by men. Huh. Knights Morva. Knights Morva was created Padisha, and the Ebert region was once the center of his political exploits. He didn't choose to merely wallow in the luxuries promised to him by the Lord Samir. Instead, his thirst for conquest drove him to conquer the deserts, yes. Padisha wanted to conquer these golden sands. It had the people and built an entire new city, a nomadic city. According to the history books, he almost succeeded. Man. As for you, even though he treated you with nothing but benevolence, even though he passed away long ago, you remain lost in his life. Old Ishin. Old Ishin remembers now. You should maybe note this down in a book. Old Ishin is not a gatekeeper. And certainly not a Padisha's close friend. Old Ishin was just a Chester before them. Hey, you know, having a Chester's privilege is pretty cool. No, Old Ishin remembers now. No. Was it those summer nights? Please calm down a little. Right, ages of the Old Ishin's memories in a muddle. You're right. Once upon a time, the Padisha would hold a banquet at his palace every starry night, and it was all those in attendance. No. Old Ishin was undeserving to bask in his glory and radiance. Been under his original art's influence, a long nightmare has twisted your thinking. Though this is not something he had done to you deliberately. The subjects went voluntarily. He just hypnotized all of them. There's none who could resist those extraordinary fantasies, curiosity, longing, and thirst for knowledge. All of it worked to keep us enthralled by the Padisha's charm. We're lost in your own dreams. No, it shouldn't be. Old Ishin shouldn't. Please allow the Old Ishin a brief moment of peace. Please leave Old Ishin alone. He just remembers and crumbles down to dust. We're leaving tomorrow. What about Old Ishin? He needs some time to clear up his thoughts. Knights Morva had been tormenting him for way too long. He's been trying to face the past in his dreams. I don't get it. Me neither. Me neither. I have no use for the box anymore. Just burn it. It was our final trump card, but now that we're leaving Sargon behind us, it makes no difference to us anymore. This is mine. Last thing I still have. So I'm leaving the decision to you. What will you do? Forcing me to make a decision? Well, it's time to be an adult, come on. And forcing you to do anything. Even if you're actually able to replicate technology behind it and break away from its original. With where the original industries are currently, that will do you no good at all. Young researcher sets the box down after hesitating briefly. Has almost completely forgotten what is inside the box, despite the fact that he has kept it on his person for the entire journey. A lot has happened, for sure. This. Original crystals are discharging tiny, stable sparks. It's beautiful. Is this really as dangerous as you've been making it out to be? A simple sample such as this won't help explain why. But you basically invented nuclear power. Congratulations. Once you master the core principles behind it, you'll be able to craft from it a grenade capable of wiping out the entire city with ease. That sounds worse than nuclear power. What do you think will happen if the Butilot Amir, Bidisha Murat got their hands on this technology? The technology is still being developed. The bad guys will get their hands on it sooner or later. The truth is, this original crystal sample is the only one of its kind. It's an original crystal. Actually isn't particularly special on its own. It's how it came to take its current form that makes it special. It was found in excavation. How is there one of a kind original? Wouldn't all the original be the same more or less? You can always count on the archaeologists to discover new secrets. Columbians only ever found few original samples like this one. Odd exception. They all came from the surroundings of a certain Sarkar swoon. What's going to happen if you destroy them? So yeah, they for sure were how they powered their nomadic city. The sample's explosive range is hardly comparable to the electrical devices we use in experiments. However, because of its nature, it nonetheless put us in danger. Danger of being infected with oropathy. Yippee! Well, alright. You said it's one of a kind? Well then, I know how to take care of it now. Man eats it. Wait. He can't. Monster, protect him. Me. Boy smashed the beautiful crystal to pieces. In an instant, the bright light of the electric sparks has engulfed everything in the immediate area. We've just destroyed the whole black market. Why are you stopping me? Did you hear me? This is a piece of originum. Get infected. So what? Do you hate infected? Do you despise them? I mean, well, looks at Calcite. Wouldn't this be visible and everything? Right, perfect. I don't owe you anything anymore now. I'm infected myself. What? It hurts. My head. Those are the symptoms of an acute infection. We need to get you treated right away. I don't need it. You know, maybe listen to the doctor. Just keeping you from turning to original dust within the next few hours. You chose the wrong path, Elliot. Even if you were trying to shatter your own fate, this is the worst possible method you could choose. Elliot Clover. And now you're infected. This is the fate you chose for yourself. Is that the perfect fate for me then? If you don't want to live a life of suffering, I have many ways to set you on your way. No, I just... Perhaps this will help me break away from these shackles. Now, I have nothing to do with my past. Man, If I would have a penny for every time I seen somebody infect themselves on their own volition to escape their past, I would have 2 pennies. Funny that it happened twice so far, I guess. Sorry for dragging you into this mess. I'm surprised you can still apologize. That's because I hate you too, Calcite. Aww. What if you aren't going to treat me like a Colombian anymore? No, that's not why. You really think you can decide somebody else's fate for them? Yes? I once thought I could. Well, that's exactly what you're doing, Calcite. Even though no one could say you made the wrong decision doing that. But it's all coming to an end now, isn't it? This doesn't change when I will be leaving. They need to lay down and get some rest right now. So is this what apathy is? It differs from person to person. So does it mean I don't need to use those art students to conduct arts device experiments now? That's a plus. I haven't received any in-depth original arts education. It will just kill you even sooner. So you're saying I can't do it. That is the important information out of the sentence. Yeah, that's not so bad. Keep going straight until you reach another way out of the black market. Yes, yes. Only old edition knows of this exit. No one has even been here. An altar. A grave. My lady, there will be no obstacles in your way. Just some spooky ghosts. That does look like a fancy tomb. And yet, I'm going to Ursus. I know that. And you're telling me this now. That's not important. What I'm asking you is, you're going to stick with me. You could go back to Colombia to continue your business before you make your decision, at the very least. Or you could stay. All distance is right. One controls fate itself. But time is the cruel mistress. Look at that man. He will help you. If that is my lady's wish, Odysseus will offer you his assistance, dear child. You're saying all this now? I can't decide your future for you. Even if you try to prove to me you're cutting off ties with your past, no matter how extreme your methods, know from the beginning this is how you've always felt it deep inside your heart. I'm stopping war. I'm stopping the Sargonian civil unrest set off by the legacy of Sarkar's witchcraft. I'm preventing a large-scale original infection. That's my goal, to put it simply. You know, just another Tuesday. So you're saying you've already succeeded? What do you think of all those people who died on your quest? Smaller sacrifice? I get it. I know you saved me. You were really there to save us. I owe you my life. They weren't just making preparations for war. That's not their crime. War has already started, Calcite. You've seen it, haven't you? You've been in so many battles on your journey. How many people have you killed? How many of them were out to kill us? The Padisha, the Lost Samir, the Civil War has started already. If all this comes to an end, does it really mean they will gladly set aside the differences and start throwing parties? Okay, yeah, he's at least realistic, but still need to try to do something, right? Don't understand how the Saga nobles and the Lord Samir work. Corruption and pride will bog them down. Yippee. So you'll just come up with some point to summon me and get up and leave? I can't, Calcite. Sorry, but I can't. What do you want to do? I will find every last one of them. Oh no, he wants his revenge. From Saga to Columbia. All of them. Persistence. Looks like a child has made up his mind, my lady. This is the choice you made, Ishin. That is the wrong choice, I feel like, but yeah. Old Ishin knows. Old Ishin respects both of your wishes. Old Ishin is very old after all. Old Ishin wants to leave behind a kindling that will spark a new fire. Will you help me? To the best of my ability, my child. Thanks. Thanks. Then Calcite. It's time for us to say goodbye. Newly awakened from his nightmares, the old man reminisces the glory of the old days as tears well up in his eyes. The young researcher contemplates to himself, anger welling up in him manages to suppress even the pain of his infection. As for Calcite, she merely stays quiet, saying not a word. Job's done. The nomad then takes her leave by herself. Now we probably would just go already to current year again. My lady, please do not forget old Ishin's reward. In some 20 years, you will return with a gold coin to take away with you this helpless soul. Monster, it's time to go. And then divide into the sunset. Oh, I mean, I guess Calcite knows how to handle herself, but how the hell did she just survive on her own in the desert at that point and everything then? Icicles as dark as shadows. Icicles? But up my desert. I guess it's time to go to ruins or something. "13 years ago. Heavy snow. Victoria border Autonomous Region, County of Toron, Vincent Manor. It's a great city. All Victorians should find time to pay a visit and gaze up on its magnificence. So you're saying our spectacled dukes have not yet arrived at a conclusion? Yes, that is correct. We haven't yet. For the time being, Londinium is still a city without a master. I'll just wait 13 more years. So I take it you had a fortune privilege to Londinium with the Duke of Normandy? Alas, the Duke is forbidden from entering Londinium by law. Man, of course, he is a fine gentleman. He would never be so presumptuous as to invite himself in. So we instead enjoyed dinner on a ship together in the Londinium countryside. What kind of a hero is the Duke? Well, he's the most gracious and erudite of nobles. His views in economics and politics are unique and unparalleled. Not only that, but my understanding is that he is well trained in music. He possesses an impressive art collection, testament to his respect for the arts. It is because of heroes like him that Victoria remains prosperous as ever. Despite not having a ruler for the past dozen or so years, Victoria has managed to maintain its stability. For now. But hey, the power of infighting or something. But the truth is that the dukes are getting in each other's way behind the scenes, and that's not all. If so many Victorian nobles actually fell victim to food poisoning and hunting accidents, then the country's noble rule would have crumbled to dust long ago. You know, it just comes with the occupation. And 3 years ago, your father nearly experienced that firsthand. Yes, Slack is actually injured. As a noble who is an academic enemy of my father, we had a cocktail party together. They made us move after the party. Just went like a nice cocktail umbrella. What are those things called into his leg? Yes, that's how you assassinate someone. That must have been well disguised, if it was thought to be an accident. My father had a few leads, but he didn't want this affair to get in the way of relaying intelligence. It do be like that. How many of Thompson's men are there in this manor right now? A lot of them, just as the ones you were talking to earlier. I also paid my father's villa a visit before tonight's party. Richard was quite critical of your father just now. I suppose he spoke much of it from his heart. He has had quite a rivalry with my father for the past several years. Yet they still assemble around Thompson. Your father's a good leader. Not without your guidance, Lady Calcite. Who could have thought back then? The lad of Vano cleric who came to visit Victoria would become our most trusted mentor. Our goals are one and the same. Calcite, we'll get out of this unscathed. We will get out of this unscathed, will we? Ready? You need to look around with your own eyes. You truly wish to step into this world. But you cannot allow civilization's facades blind you anymore. You need to see this world yourself. Time to travel abroad. It's time to take a leap year. What is this actually called in English? It's time to go to Australia. Comforting words are meaningless. You will grow up one day and be black-pilled. Now, unpleasant as it may be, I must say I heard a rumor from the lesser nobles and ruffians. Why, did they upset you? Right, as you can see, it was the Duke's graciousness that forged the peace and prosperity enjoyed by our country today. However, and this is something that even the traders in Columbia are aware of, we also cannot deny that it has been a long time since Victoria has seen a rightful ruler ascend its throne. And what of it? Does that not go to show we are becoming ever more powerful into our own means? You're correct, Richard. There was also this opinion. It was naive and absurd. There was this crowd of men there, each with their own goals. You asked if Victoria truly needed a new ruler. You all said Uncle Vincent's too much of a coward. We're near the border. We're being so complacent. Not making any progress. This is our chance to fight for our rights. And all Uncle Vincent knows to do is throwing parties in the manor. I mean, he might have some motives to socialize this way and get contacts. Even this trip to Londinium had hardly achieved any meaningful results. This isn't your father's opinion. Thompson's not so foolish as to let radical atmosphere get to his head. That's how their dolls always complain to my father. No foolish nobles would ever receive an audience with a real duke. Fair. You think the Duke of Normandy really didn't intimidate Vincent with any harsh demands? Torrent is near the border, and there are few people here. In other words, this place is not under the influence of any major forces. Uncle Vincent. This nobleman may seem uninterested in anything except celebrating this fall's peace with music and shows, but he is actually doing his best to uphold Torrent's peace. That's despite the peace here is fragile and easily broken. His arrogance and temperance are just at the right level to hide his thoughts well. Those who actually understand his true intention are few and far between. Thompson would never place so much fuss on accounts so really lacking in courage, insight and judgment. It may seem like they are heading down different paths, but these paths will lead them to the same destination. It's nice to hear you say so. Calcite, you're not going to look at your mail? Londinium to Toron. These leaders have made it halfway across Victoria. How many hands does the letter pass through? How many of them know of the whole truth of these events? There are lots. Burgers, newsboys, popcorn hawkers. Man, I want to be a popcorn hawker for sure. Is that an actual... Is this... No. Can I just be a Victorian popcorn hawker? Popcorn hawker. Okay, I guess not. Okay, I have no idea what is a hawker. We reached the section of the stream where I actually want to learn something. There's hawker aircrafts. Okay. Hawker business jets. Maybe I won't learn anything today. Hawker meaning. One who sells goods aggressively, especially by calling out. A falconer. Right. Probably a popcorn falconer. I want popcorn birds now. One who sells wares by crying them in the streets. So yeah, it's basically just a peddler. Okay. I want to be a popcorn peddler, is what I'm saying. Park gardeners. Do you know nothing of the letter's contents? Didn't even know who these words ultimately belong to. But now this letter has made it to Thompson, now me. It's nothing to worry about. I see. What about the other one? One from Castle? It was sent straight to Thompson by a Sarkaz messenger. I told him how to contact Thompson himself, but if things had gone according to plan, he would have handed it straight to me. Yeah, but when the Sarkaz made it to Victoria, Paul did not know how the Sarkaz honored their hero's death, so all we could do was cremate his body according to our traditions, and scatter his ashes in the nomadic cities waterways. I can't tell you his real name, but at the very least, he died as a messenger, helping his story back to his homeland. He won't be forgotten. I'll see it. Is this how you treat everyone? She will bury everyone she loves, yes? Why do you ask? No, I was just thinking. Did you? Oh, but pardon me, how unbecoming of me. But maybe you should not have gone through this cold. Snow's getting heavier. Let's head back inside. I will pay Thompson a visit once this party is over. I'm sure father will be happy. Should I perhaps hold your arm? That way no one will be suspicious of us. Yes, only reason. Do you think that is necessary? You're so much taller than me. You haven't grown at all, Heidi. Take a look outside, Calcite. Snow is so heavy. I haven't seen this much snow in a very long time. You're right. Snowstorm's coming. Heidi ponders the orb to herself. So many clouds are needed to shed so many snowflakes. White snow is scattering in all directions, gyrating into the sky as the wind blows past. Where the pale yellow lights cannot illuminate has been shrouded in a thick mist that covers the entire city. The night sky tonight is without stars and moonlight. Honestly, those are the worst nights in my opinion. I do like the stars. The black tidal wave is beginning to crash up on the beaches. Man, you think we ever come to the stage? Calcite! Like snow. That's not a good sign, huh? You're not seeing any. Heidi, I want to keep the party venue under control. Need about an hour's time. Don't let anyone near the garden. I can do that, but what's going on with you all of a sudden? I've got company. What? We are on the border, but this one belongs to a Victorian count. Who would? Heidi, I don't come back to the manor. Their father need to keep the secret. Not dig any deeper into this. But this is a warning as well as an order. Be safe. To the north of Sami and Ursus and to the south of Sargon. Those lands yet untrodden by man. Whether the demons and monsters that dwell there are normal creatures is yet unknown, therefore older than any country we know. Let's go. Emperor is just from the south. Pagans are from the South Pole, right? Right? Did I fuck this one up? From which pole? Okay. South from this. I do know my penguin lore. Let's go. I still have a shard of resemblance of knowledge. I guess that The older you get, you know, as a child, being in school is actually kind of cool, is what I'm starting to learn, huh? Humans have fought them for a long time. Indeed, the superposition bears their further notice. Until now. Humans can now be the masters of their own countries. The ancient Sargon king and the powerful Kashyyyks hid it off right away. That's more as Kalkans strove to conquer all lands unexplored by civilization. The results were impressive. No non-human threat ever set foot in Sargon territory again. Sami has used countless witchcrafts and sacrifices to create the snow priests. Ooh, that sounds cool. I do want to see finished snow priests. I guess that's what I assume the Sami are. And one generation after another, the sorcerers lost themselves as they battled the enemies from beyond the borders. And the Ursus deployed the strongest elites to simply tear them to shreds. Wendigos in heavy armor or veteran warcasters. The Empire's ambitions are without limit. A kind that not merely tear them to shreds. Use the shreds of power left behind by those non-humans. I mean, would do the same. Can get cool magic shit. Show yourself. Will of Ursus drove you here. You are far underestimating Victoria's might. The aura of demons lingers in your footsteps. Have you ever given any thought to where responsibility lies? Mine can already be taken by the demon's royal guard. I see. As the figure steps out in the light, the unilluminated darkness surrounding it begins to quiver. I can smell the fear in you, traitor. It took you a while to find me. If it wasn't for the uprising in its aftermath, you've come to lay down your punishment long ago. The imbeciles allowed you to escape. There's been embarrassment, and they have already been executed for their incompetence. Perhaps I should remind you again, the snowstorm here can bury entire cities. We cannot erase the footsteps of a royal guard. Then Victoria. And there stands the manor of Victorian Count not 100 meters behind me. Do you understand the consequence of your actions? Consequences? Who cares? I finally get my revenge, baby. Your fat is weak and empty. Wherever I stand, the earth beneath me belongs to the Empire of Ursus. Never had the right to address me, traitor, not before the word demon left your lips. Soon, I will beat out of you how you came to know the secret. Your understanding of the demons does not grant you a dialogue. You murdered an Ursus Grand Duke. You know of our darkest secrets. The countless crimes are worth your 1,000 deaths. And then do your worst. Seems you won't be convincing each other for the moment. Oh, that applies only to your evaluation of the situation on hand. Beast, bear your fangs. You can't fool me. Monster. Me. Monster. Do not underestimate him. Actually, how big is Monster? He's no normal human. We had a device here in the garden. Oh, a creature? You know of the demons? Do you have a monster serving you? One that Ursus boss knowledge is yet unaware of? Perhaps the crimes have far exceeded my expectations. Or perhaps I managed to make an impression on the Royal Guard. I won't deny it, traitor. But you have my curiosity. What drove you to betray our homeland? No. Perhaps my investigations did not fully uncover your entire past. And it looks like that is indeed the case. Unlike the colonels who escaped to Sami, appears you still have a trick up your sleeve. Do not get the wrong idea. It is hardly a difficult matter to kill you. Famous last words. I suppose that's why you are staining this area around us. You needn't concern yourself. I know what I'm doing. Monster? Me. I did not expect it to be this hard. I If your own flesh and blood is also as hardened, then indeed it makes you formidable foe. Monster, come back. Don't chase after him. Avoid the black mist. That's not mist at all. That's poison gas. This is far beyond the normal realm of original arts. Looks like it has really been too long since I last dealt with the Emperor's blade. You and your men have made remarkable progress. You know this much about our secrets? You're the most senior Ursa scientist who never be allowed to meddle in the Royal Guard's ancient ritual. What? I guess it is some spooky monster stuff. Maybe one day I will understand. Ancient rituals. Yes. In the ceremonies of your quest, self-proclaimed spiritual leaders could adorn your kinds with your demons. You're a survivor of the Valley of the Setting Sun. Vampire's will is always focused on swerving, yet your goal seems to stray from your motherlands. At the very least, you're not that young. You should not be fighting me, Royal Guard. Both you and I know the job I finished was one that you and your men should have done yourselves, but never did. So you know, it's on the house. Just leave. Don't be mistaken about where that right lies, traitor. You do not represent deity Griffenborg's laws and prestige. If you truly witnessed the whole uprising, Royal Guard, then you should understand this more so than anyone. The Empire's rise and fall has never truly been affected by dignity and honor. Let me ask you this then. Did the last Emperor ever truly look down on Victoria from the bottom of his heart? Perhaps I do not give you enough credit, traitor. I will give you one last chance. Reveal your secrets, and I will grant you dignified death. Man, what an amazing offer. Thus, given this death would have nothing to do with my own conviction, dignity was never on the table. Monster? Me. Okay, time to slay. So also not a combat? Okay, I thought we just taking out the Royal Guard will be the stage. As the fear in the air heightens, the Royal Guard draws his blade. He is about to execute Ursus' will. Wait, is the stage? Man, I guess I should have brought Kelsey to this. Pursuer. Whenever a certain percentage of HP is lost, unleashes permanent terrain effect Dominion. Cast arts, collapsing fear, instantly defeating units within Dominion. Okay, just don't stand in whatever the hell his Dominion is. Don't be on Ursa's land. But hey, you... I want to say you do the fancy walk. Increases range attacks are not blocked. Let's increase attack when HP drops under half. So that's what you guys actually do. He's also approaching menacingly. I mean, probably the most straightforward is just put you down now and then also put Exo down. You will need to also defend. He's approaching faster than I thought he would. I must confess. That's a bit awkward range-wise, isn't it? I did not think this one through. I guess I could have... Okay, and now it's basically just time to cook the man, probably. Yeah. That man won't know what hit him, or what we hit. Okay, that's a big Dominion. You have a moon, don't you? You can look at my whole ship. Oh, okay, you do damage. That's deal a lot of damage. I'm not sure if I want to be close to this man actually.
Entendido.
我要揾嘅唔係你，死開！
Yeah, he did have AoEs with this. I mean, to be fair, now that he's dead, the minion should not matter, if I understand right.
뭘 해야 하는지 절망의 냄새까지 감출 순 없지.
Will walk past me though. Actually, eh. To be fair, he did wipe out like half of my squad. Let's not go into this black mist.
휠체어로는 철거 위에서 드리프트를 못할 거라고? 절망의 냄새까지 감출 순 없지.
I guess you can keep this side alive.
이 정도로 멈출 거라 생각하지 마라.
I mean, this is a very scuffed setup now. But this is like the second to last wave. Yeah, baby. Was a cool man though. It was nice to see more of the Royal Guard. I mean, I do know that like the latest Chinese chapter is gonna be in Versus again.
포기하지 마.
So that place will probably stay relevant till the rest of my life. Okay, maybe we need to deal damage.
금방 끝나.
Why are you... Does it we move? We do is like attack speed. Must like do something funky, right?
엘레지가 등에 경계에 세워진 표시. 조언을 바로잡아라.
뭘 해야 하는지 본표는 숨길 수 없어.
While we're waiting.
아무리 사소한 것일지.
But yeah, there's more to this debuff than just you insta-die for sure.
멈추십시오. 이 길은 통행 금지입니다.
금방 끝난다.
하늘은 염을 보호했고 대사냥은
Okay.
신생을 구했노.
How could he ever die if you're Soli? That is kinda annoying though. I don't even have anyone to really put there anymore.
Mission accomplished.
Yippee! We did it. Nice. This technique. Your body's rigidity and your judgment are nothing alike. What are you? Me. Wait, monster. Me? You humiliated me, monster. This is what you deserve. No, not my cat girl. Monster, we adjust. He's on his last legs. I guess it would make sense that he actually could kinda keep a good fight up against Calcite. That mist is horrifying. The next stage might actually be interesting. Those are no minor injuries, Royal Guard. Likewise, Vader. You gave yourself an injection. I certainly felt more than a poke in the arm. Oh, peculiar. By appearance, you're not different from a veteran warrior. That's all the traits necessary for you to be the perfect soldier. Yet you rely on a beast, a monster for your power. The marks of battle can be covered. The lands you've tainted can never bear fruit again. You should not have been so obstinate in your actions. You fear. Certainly, if you truly know our secrets, then you should feel nothing but fear right now. Each royal guard is himself a nation. Language of this saying is certainly colorful, but it also speaks the truth rather plainly. Hey, you know, I guess you need to have an ego to be in the Royal Guard. Need I remind you? Your mask is fracturing. Reality is reacting to the evil that lingers in your body. The cage created by the ritual is beginning to fissure. Do you really believe that Victoria will turn a blind eye when her Ursus Royal Guard sets off a horrifying annihilation at a Count's manor? The Royal Guard's duty rests with all that exists in Ursus. Don't make me laugh. I don't need a traitor to teach me what my duty is. Tell me then, who do you serve? Ursus is now, or the create shadows of the past? For the Emperor, yes. Tell me, Royal Guard, do not bring shame to your title. Tell me, what does the current Ursus Emperor think of the Pine Valley affair? Or do you mean to tell me the seeds of that uprising? The origin of the crisis were all the will of the Emperor? You were the cause of it all. That's actually not quite true. Me. Feel free to keep deceiving yourself, but the truth is the young Emperor is unaware of the events that transpired here. You believe you also need to know. You, what if you seek a bygone era? You won't judge whether this is correct, but when a Grand Duke is allowed to die in a political conflict, his death will always lead to an all-new rebellion. It's not for you to judge. You can foresee the many consequences of his death. Some wished for him to die out of anger and a desire for so-called justice. He wanted his death in order to erase evidence and to cut off ties. Others wished for him to live. They wanted him to continue to fulfill the duty he cannot remove himself from. Perhaps there were also those who wanted to keep a witness alive to serve as a stepping stone. They revolted against all those involved with the Third Army. Didn't matter whether he lived or not. Key was how the contradiction that followed was handled. You don't mean? It was up to the unremarkable Ursus assassin to kill the Grand Duke. Someone she could never imagine to reach out of personal grudge. Only then were those crimes finally erased, just like grass seeds eaten by bird and beast. On the sound of it, you have great foresight. Mean to tell me you solved such a difficult problem as a mere citizen? Yeah, for our country. What's the best choice to make in order to keep Ursus' internal fiction from developing any further? Enough of the presumptuousness. Vader, the excuse is an insult to Ursus. If all is truly as you say and your actions benefit Ursus in thousands of ways, it was not your decision to make. Control yourself, Royal Guard. I can smell your lies. How dare you claim you did this for Ursus? Spreading. Though it's only a small demon shard embedded in the device. It's more than enough to level this entire manor. Yay! In time you just have a spooky ghost graveyard. The Valley of the Setting Sun has turned into a land of fear. The Royal Guard wants my life. Wants to kill me immediately. That's far more effective than defense. Even if the Empire's glory lasts another 1,000 years, those black lands no longer belong to Ursus. Are no longer part of this world. You want to repeat your mishaps. You want to drag the Empire into a war of unimaginable scales just because you lost control of yourself? You're just caught up in the former Emperor's grand vision. The moment the fear in the air immediately boils into material substance. Once the earth-shaking emotional release comes to a halt, there remains nothing but a faint ominous black glow emanating from the cracks of the Royal Guard's mask. Monster, stop. What is this? You let your chance get away. The one and only chance. I know your tactics. That monster attack, you'd have pierced right into my chest with those black spikes of yours. Looks like I need to not test you anymore. I know like the back of your hand how the Royal Guards operate. You called me a human. And now you test me as a man? Suppose you still have a threat of my approval, but have nothing to do with the will that you're executing right now. As long as you're still resisting, remain a stalwart barricade of mankind. No one can take from you your honor of having been born a human. Yay! Aren't we all humans? At the very least, before you find yourself fooled by the delusion that is destined to be destroyed. You're right, indeed. There are many things I misjudged. Knowledge is how they grow in strength. To fend them off, the passing down of all knowledge of them was suppressed, and written law of all nations. You're not a Sami snow priest, and you have nothing to do with Sargon's eternal army. You also have the privilege of seeing the sights beyond terror with their own eyes have always been at the top of the country's academic authority. Who are you? All I'm learning is we should take our nice line ship and just tame some monsters. Someone who fulfilled her duty. And what is your duty? I already know the answer in your heart. I did far less than you've accomplished. I must admit, I've never met an outsider who knows the Royal Guard's secrets. The crimes you committed and the secrets you hold make you guilty beyond measure. Oh boy. But I've never met such a strange creature so evenly matched against me. Me. You're full of surprises. The mystery surrounding you worries me. Seems I must be more cautious when dealing with you. I'm gonna study you. Let's pretend I'm following your advice, Earth's citizen. But do not forget that the Emperor's blade is watching you. You don't have much time left. Earth has not had a chance to catch its breath. The moment a count finds you, will be plunged into a whole new whirlpool. It will happen. People be damned. Don't get so cocky. Simply did not expect it would take this much time to deal with a traitor. You're worthy of my caution, traitor. It was his responsibility to guard Ukraine, and finding the cause of his accidental death is your one and only mission. Ensure the quiet death for him. I then escaped from Ursa's territory. Perhaps what I've done can't really be considered a violation of Ursa's rights. If so, it stands to reason that a life is too great a price. I trust all of your royal guards are capable of making a sensible decision. You. The answer's no. Regardless, you must return to Ursa's right this moment. Pain may mean nothing to you, but if your windpipe ripped by monster, you will suffocate and drown in the demon's influence. Man, is he inhaling basically just a mist or something like that? Even just a shard of its corpse. Be quick about it. You might still make it back to Ursa's territory in one piece. Target worrying about my well-being. This will indeed be a valuable experience. On top of that, you're a traitor and you understand me far better than the men in our armies. Maybe even better than yourself. It's time to read some philosophy books. We've never had such a long chat with the Royal Guard of the Emperor's Blade either. How long have you lived? And who exactly are you? Come, you know her name. Used to be the Grand Duke's private doctor, nothing more. Should have killed me while I was making my escape. Perhaps it isn't too late. I awaited the news of your success. Should have served your country, traitor. Limitless potential could have flourished magnificently in Ursus, yet you betrayed it. Sounds like I should feel bad about that. You love Ursus for how prosperous it is. Looks at the cities and the people starving. Great job. In that case, I'm sure you can see the parts of the country that rot in the sun. Your generation may be slowly forgetting that prosperity. As time goes on and things go worse, we'll look back on its magnificence. And then we start some more wars to go back into our old glory, right? Looks at current here. But is this really beneficial to Ursus? Once the benefits war brings with it come to an end, will we be able to solve all of Ursus's problems? Racism will be solved. Honor cannot feed the masses. Is that an advice? I could merely be talking to myself if it so pleases you. Belong to Ursus no longer. You belong to Ursus no longer? It was the Grand Duke's personal doctor's decision that he passed. Intention was to reduce his suffering. I hope you'll make it out of Victorian territory without a hitch. A shame. If you understood what it was we are safeguarding, you could have contributed to its prosperity. Until next time. Oh, he thinks that's the next time. We will meet again. Come back, monster. He's gone. I need to take care of these marks. Calcite! You should not have come here, Heidi. You're so badly hurt. How the first aid kit? How do you use this? I can take care of myself. Calcite, what happened? I had just a nice dialogue. We had a small argument of ideologies and yeah, Empire's flayed. Tell your father this name. That's all you have to do. There's nothing to worry about yet. Okay, but what's that man from Ursus? What's someone like him doing here? I like the shadows of Ursus. The size of the vast dark shadows has to do with only the Empire's sun. If you manage to fend off these shadows, the wood beneath our feet remains shrouded in darkness, while the buildings in our surroundings remain unaffected. This too is Ursus, Heidi. This is part of Ursus. Empire's winter, the black snowflakes. Before that, we need to deceive everyone else in the manor. He may have avoided the worst outcome, and he didn't scatter his dominion. But what about all my operators that died? All across the soil here, but the marks he left behind will take some effort to cover up. Monster? Meh. Huh? Is this yours? Kill 2 wild beasts and bring the bodies back as soon as you can. And Heidi, contact your father immediately. I need assistance to put a lid on this the best we can. How are we going to do it? We need false witnesses, false leads, and all the bribes necessary. Perhaps there's no one out there who knows how to deal with the mounted police better than Thompson. Okay, I understand. Why are you gasping at the snow? To lower my body temperature. I was dragged into a fight between 2 wild beasts and unfortunately made it out. I'm afraid the guards will be punished for letting beasts into the garden. But those are no minor injuries. Are you still? I managed to avoid the worst case scenario. He had insisted on fighting me to the death. I'm afraid no one of us could have gotten out of this alive. Aside from that, find me a messenger who can reach Sami. Sami? It's a baron there. It will take a while. I have time. As long as she's alive, I get a reply. I pray I get a reply. Your wounds. Looks like my blood stained the letter. I guess we'll never know what's inside. It's just be careful. Did something happen outside? Of course not, Count Vincent. Please do not avoid the subject. Tell us how you defeated the Grand Duke Sanders. No intention to be disrespectful to the Duke, of course. I lost my temper and could not well control myself in the competition. So because the hunter told me I should never have hired Savas and Salix. He told me he took pride in hiring only livery housemates. Oh man, Racism is funny, huh? Master 40 for the upkeep and defense of the mansion the Duke awarded to him. This first reminded me of an old gardener who once tended to our gardens. He was a Salak. He had been working here long before I was born. Now I found anything strange on his artifact, sorry about that. Oh, how progressive! In the end, I was the one who shot down the foul beast. The Duke's hunter missed his opportunity. You set a fine example for the rest of us, Count Vincent. I should have saved the Duke some face, of course. When the Duke thinks so highly of you, what's wrong with putting your gallantry on full display? You're right. You're the hunter, the bow, and the foul beast, but no one knows me better than myself. Dear Dame Calcite, It was just as they predicted. The Psychers cursed some emergency Verweeser for an audience. Also, the ancient bloodkin held General Verweeses in high esteem. A lot of the Banshees sent only the youngest successor. It was thanks to the General Verweeses in the military commission that other countries were unable to interfere with Castell's vice prominence. It was also under general supervision that they transported construction materials enough for several dozen regular pneumatics had displayed without issue. The following is a summary of the past month's events. Ooh. Oh, I don't get it? I'll see it. Visa handwriting. I'll see it. Just a huge surprise. You could have imagined that the great Banshee successor was a boy. He's still very young. Just a young boy by his looks. Banshee's bloodline will keep him young for a long time. I do like my logos. Despite his age, he was mouthing off arts left and right. His natural born caster. I can see the royal court change through him. Psychers are heading towards a new stage. I can feel it. I see it. Mrs. frequently pulls all-nighters at the commission. Policies are going off track due to outside pressure. I started to not listen to whatever I say. A lot of us are worried. They're worried that once the other countries notice Castell's reunification, they'll immediately wipe us off the map. I see it. I know that you've set your sights on the world at large. I was hoping you would come back. Let's prepare ourselves to take on the challenges we will face in the future. I need you to help me accomplish this. Aside from that, Wim Billington's engineering department has something new to share. Discovered a set of ruins that match your description. Only bits of pieces. The project has reached a bottleneck as a result. Team may need more time to uncover everything. That's sad. I see it. Does the name Woods Island mean anything to you? That's a cool island for sure. So soon. Where will you go? There's this Chernobog. I've heard of that place before. What are you doing there? Oh, Lilia's still alive? Let's go. At least I assume that's who she meant, who's alive in Sami. Why don't you come to Sami with me? Oh, I will take Lyudmila to Syracuse. I'll also stop by Victoria on my way. Isn't this your wish? I want you to live, Calcite. We do wrap up everything other than current here, which I guess there will be another note. Calcite? Heidi, you and your father will continue our work in Victoria. Our only objective is to prevent the cities that boast their honor and glory from falling to the Duke's unrest. Damn it, Calcite? Are you leaving? I have to leave sooner or later, Heidi. Try not to make the Count suspicious. Let's head back to the party. Dear God, what happened? How are you injured so? Get a doctor, hurry. Okay, Richard. Is that something just now? We were two fierce beasts. What was that? They attacked by the beasts? Oh my. Ericus was a few years ago infected some of these fierce wild beasts. I'm okay, ladies and gentlemen. I just have some simple flesh wounds. I did also well tended to my injuries. Are you sure you can stand? Not sure I would have called it simple. How could something like this happen at one of my dinner parties? Was useless guards. Please lie down and get some rest. Someone had to the guard at once. I want to know what happened there. No, Count Winston, please let me go. You know my swordsmanship. Richard, you're my guest, but very well. This is just the time for us to rely on your gallantry. Come, Lady Calcite. Our personal physician will tend to your injuries. We'll be here soon. My apologies, Count Vincent. I did not mean to disrupt your party. Oh, my lady, I'm responsible for this mistake. Loudness doesn't waltz right into my manner. Please don't look too much into this affair. Oh, right, I understand. Though I'm surprised you don't seem at all shaken by this. Could you at least tell me who it was? I can't well sit here when these wins. Very well, if this assassin managed to deceive all those present here today, indeed it isn't a matter that a mere noble should pry into. Lady Calcite, please promise me this. Go ahead. Please keep Thompson safe from these schemes. He's my dearest friend. He's no major player. He can protect the entire country, but he can protect our own little Victoria. He can do what we nobles cannot. Therefore, all I can do is to let him do what he must. Aw. Don't know the details of our plan, yet you harbor everyone nonetheless. I thank you for that. I need to know. All I have to do is play my role well. A fat foul beast awaiting his slaughter. He has to resign himself to his fate, huh? But this is how he always has been ever since we were in school. Lady Calcite, please accept my gratitude. But they need to thank me when I have been deceiving you all along. As long as my family and the masses get to live another peaceful day, let the whole world ridicule my foolishness. Both you and I know it in our hearts. Are you leaving so soon? You're still injured. Just has flesh wounds, fortunately. She only lost like 20 liters of blood. Count Vincent, about the damage those two beasts have done. Right, I understand. I see it. I'll just leave the farewells to the youngsters. Well, back now. I'm all shaken by the presence of the beasts. Please take care, Cleric Calcite. Countess right. We may have the futures for the younger generation to bear, whether they're ready for it or not. Is Uncle Vincent actually? Victoria protects me just be a remote corner of the countryside. There's an ounce of falsity to the peace he upholds. Protecting your home is the truth that generations after generations of Victorian have worshipped. I mean, it should be a priority. The father's trying his best, but winter is here. Are you ready? Will you be ready? Yes. I'll go ask your father. He knows how to find me. Perhaps we'll one day meet each other again somewhere.
먹잇감의 최후. 언제나 똑같다.
Oh, okay, but I think I will do a quick. Yeah, there's one more story. I hope. I assume. Okay, we get the tubes for heavy rain. And I think the X stages I really will do on my own, since I think I've reached the point where X stages don't have story anymore. Yeah, I will take a 3-minute break so I can go to the toilet and refresh my voice for a second. I will read the rest of it. And who knows, maybe, I mean, we can finish it, maybe we can do something afterwards too. But yes, be right back. See you all in a second. And we're basically back. I think it should be over. I love ads. Yeah, never felt so strongly about the journey he took in his younger years. Until today, he suddenly felt dazed. Though he hated the desert, he never thought about where he could go. I do wonder how they wrapped up everything. Did Calcid give the gold coin? Hey, come check this out. We got ourselves a new lackey. You, stop lazing around. Go. New craftsman apprentice. My name's Alright, enough talk. Get moving. Hey, you lot. Use him however you want. He's apparently one of those bookworm types from Columbia. Even younger than your kids. Does he like those slaves that got sold to us? As long as it doesn't kill him. That is. It's not like he's got a guardian angel watching his back. He kinda does, though. We'll work you to the bone, kid. Alright. Listen, look. Oh, what a surprise. But you write this together with the steal you stole? What a magnificent piece. The exact reading. Doesn't matter how pretty it is, it's just consumables. But you must rest. Your broken arm has only just healed. Don't worry. Do you know where we can get some refined original? There's nothing that Cold cannot buy in the Vista black market. Let's see how this turns out then. The Black Scorpion is dead. We've done well, haven't we? Old Ethan heard from the fence today. The Silent Soldier is the next ruler of Reef's Deep. Oh no. Do you think you are in it? And do you wish me to be Ethan? I'm not one to forget the kindness others have shown me. If it wasn't for you, I would not have survived these past 2 decades. Now you need old Ishi no more. No, hardly. We have a special relationship after all. But you wanted to complain. Perhaps you should complain to that lady who cloaked herself in all those mysteries. I'll see it. You still remember her name. You've gotten less and less clear-headed over the years. I thought you had forgotten that, among many other things. That's too important. Have you looked for her? Yes, I have. But my attempts have been futile. Even my most elite intelligence agents could find any information about her in Columbia. Besides, the PMC disbanded not long after that. The laboratory was taken over by the military. After data were destroyed. I could not find even a single participant. Columbia hit them well. The Buddy Lord Amir will pass through Red Hall next week. It can be a fickle mistress sometimes. It's an excellent opportunity. Old Ishin, are you asleep? Old Ishin had a dream. Another one of your dreams. It was still the same dream as always. The Kashak's footsteps went across the tundra and grasslands, at last reaching the land of golden sands. But this time, the theme was a little different. It was the scenery that the Padisha never recounted told Ishin. There was someone there, she looked like. I can see it in another form. She was there. When the Kachaks conquered shattered a bygone era all those thousands of years ago. She was there. Dreams can't explain much. There are no arts that allow us to glimpse into our fate across time, you said to yourself. Yes, this is merely a dream that old Ishin had. A meaningless dream. Because he could not have had anything to do with them. But it does make old Ishin wonder if there's meaning to this dream. She might also be ancient. At the very end, old Ishin saw the Padisha. Oh, what did your master tell you this time, old faithful? My dream, he told Ishin, your Sargon is. You are planning to ambush the Lord Amir's squadron. Yes. So you mean to tell me that you, a former faithful aside to a Sargon noble, will stop me from disrespecting the Lord Amir so? Disrespect? You're inordinate incompetent. They only know to bootlessly harm their kin and take innocent Sargonians into war. They stand on real steep slant, doing their dirty work. Why would old Ishin feel respect for men like them? Old Ishin wants them to pay that price. Old Ishin wants the glory of Sargon's past be restored, not by these good-for-nothing clowns. Ishin, right. Old Ishin must seek the city of gold and sands. Don't see you get this excited often. Please calm down. It's time. Go, my child. Light a fire and complete your revenge. Until the time comes where the winds finally calm and the eternal city rises from the sunstorm. Old Ishin will wait, and Old Ishin will reach that place. Okay, I do want the side story go to El Dorado. Could also be kinda baller, I guess. This is the place. Very well. Be a passenger. I did hear this name before. I'd never seen the operator, but that makes sense. Be sure to knock first. Don't get any funny ideas. Lead operators here ain't no pushovers. Now go. Looks like that gold coin made it to you. How is old Ishin? He's lost to the golden sands. It happened one moonlit night 3 years ago. Time can put to rest even a Sava like him. I always thought him to be one of the ancient elder beings in folktales and conspiracy theories. Time has warped me so much. And so mean to a man my past self would have hated. And you, Kal'Cid? It looks like nothing about you has changed. You're still the Sun Soldier. Well, he said this when I came on board. That's all in the past. I have a new name now. You can fool yourself, but you can fool me. Perhaps you've always thought everything you said was absolute. Unfortunately for me, you were quite often right. I've always had a good memory, Elliot. I mean, I guess that helps if you're a researcher. Don't call me by that name. Only have these codenames exactly for this purpose, to shroud our secrets. Oh, it's Volanik. Dr. Kal'Cid. Oh, my apologies. Do you have a visitor? She is cute. No matter. Please, as you were. Okay, this is where I just go make a picture of this and go to Masdisa. Go like. Okay. Anyways. A messenger from the field office in Victoria sent us a package. It's pretty strange too. It's not addressed towards Island, but you personally. Logistics has already scanned the package. There's an information storage device inside. It's my Bitcoin. The sender's name is Heidi Thompson. Do you know her? Oh, yes. We're getting intel so we can infiltrate Victoria. Let's go. This was some intel I needed. Leave it there. Okay, that is all. We wrapped all the story strings together, guys. We did it. A new conspiracy, I presume. Watch your mouth. You may not officially be the operator here yet, but you signed a contract. Exactly what I expected our operations advisor to say. Kal'Cid, he pointed old Ishin to a new direction. For that he was forever grateful, up until the moment he set out on his journey again. I cannot begin to imagine the glory you two shared. But now that my business at Sargon has been taken care of, there's nothing that binds me to this world anymore. I suppose you'll point me in a new direction as well? Man, passenger needs a hug. Before that, let me introduce you to someone. Yeah, I thought you would keep me close to you. Did you get me a partner? No. A commanding officer. Oh, it's Island Commander? You. There's someone whom you trust so deeply here. I look forward to meeting this person then. Kal'Cid. You wandered the world for so long. How will you stay here this time? You have no right to ask. Very well, of course. Needn't answer if you don't want to, as you're now my superior. But if there's yet another false identity, and this place where you belong is yet again false, I'm afraid it would hardly be meaningful for me to serve this place. How am I to tell you're not using me yet again? That's the neat part. You have the right to be suspicious. You need only little assurance. Will this Calcid who invited me here disappear all of a sudden in a few days, a few months, or perhaps a few years? Will she again set off on a journey to take care of some business that a bystander could never come to understand? Drift the world for your own purposes. Will you? If a simple answer can affect your loyalty towards Island, then perhaps I must reevaluate this working relationship of ours. I only need an answer. It should not be so hard for you. You can accept a lie. If it is answers that you want, I have thousands of them. And please pick any of them. Guess we'll never know the answer. Hey Ali! The bald one has survived. All praise the bald one. Also hi McCoy and Lettercon. Wait, Lettercon is on time. Let's go. How are you doing, all of you? Did you have fun with more Assassin's Creed? I think that was what you've been playing, right? I might be wrong. I might be talking out of my ass. Dr. Liva, here you are. Something the matter? It is a rare thing, but it is beautiful, except... Yeah, letter on time. Flusa has finished resupplying. There seems to be an emergency there that needs your attention. Amiya's heading there already. Don't keep her waiting. She's been working very hard, and you should be there at her side when she needs you the most. Of course, that goes for you as well. Hey. Also, thank you, Ali. You don't have to, but thank you. Of course, that goes for you as well. Don't push yourself too hard. What's Island needs you. Somebody needs to do the dailies, I get it, I know. I have an unexpected consultation to attend to in a moment, so I will leave it to you and Amiya to wrap things up. If things go well, perhaps we get to announce to the whole ship before sundown. Time to set sail. We're going to England, yippee! But yes, we finished the story. What great timing. How late is it? I still have an hour. Which means we can start another one. Yippee! Which... It's not in this... It's not in this line, shouldn't... I love how convoluted the storylines in this game are. Okay, main story. I do... Guess there's nothing beforehand. Why is it? I guess it's its own storyline later on, okay. I'll need to redo my titles. Yippee! But yeah, this should... Oh yeah, I always need to unlock... Oh, this is loud. Take me off the screen. I hate it. This is still loud. Fuck me. But yeah, this should tie together a lot of the Dublin stuff, I think, from my understanding. So I'm looking forward to that and reading more visual novel. Man, at some point I will do other things than just reading to a visual novel again. I forgot the name of this event already. What was this called? What a Firelight casts, okay. What do be the Firelight casting? I'm so good with titles, guys. I should. I should at some point get to stream some other stuff. At some point I also, probably not, maybe next week I can annoy the goobers. We should play some more cool video games together. Wilderness belts. Who let the dogs out? That's the funny joke you would only get if you would be German, I guess is what I'm realizing. Well, it is what it is. Oh boy. It's more exposition. No. No. Cool or random? Cool. Yeah, yes. Eight years ago, 1090, found the Oak Grove. Okay, I'm gonna lose myself if I come from like 6 hours of meeting nobles to another 6 hours of meeting nobles. Somebody loved just the British nobility in the Chinese office. Mentor supplied wanted to write some British intrigue. Your lordship, more than a paucity are inquiring after you, wondering what our planned next move will be. Our repertoire has been a massive success, all thanks to your backing. The tavern's own theater, the tavern's own history. 200 strong came to see the premiere, and my, are they overjoyed. Now, we can pursue joint partnership in a few factories on Baron McArney's estate. We can accept this offer of alliance with a number of bankers. Yippee! We can make some deals with the bank and go into debt now. Leave these topics for after the survey, Sir Perth. Or have a typist make the arrangements in your stead. They won't make much mess of it. We should talk tonight only of the freshly concluded performance, and of tavern culture. Forget all that Victorian long-windedness and flattery. Everyone, all the status and etiquette, this daintiness and diction, this respectable vocabulary we rely on to exchange thoughts, we were taught all of it by the Victorians. I mean, you know, I wouldn't mind you using simple words. That makes my job actually easier. Turns out I do not know like half of the words. Okay, now I'm lying. I do know 90% of your words, but Jesus Christ, it is hard to be pronouncing them. You're the same as the Victorians' machines, settling the tavern's hearts with contemporary lilt. Time was we only knew our natural highness and dweller. The blood we inherit from King Gale would steer without vessel the call of battle. But now, been trained in the Victorians' guile and vanity to the point where faced with a true challenge undertaking, a rally to an ideal, many can only play it as a game in their own interest. It is not solely us either. Those were the everyday tavern citizen we so often meet in the streets too. Since being contaminated by Victorians' vice, they've become all perfects and become rascals, ruffians. Man, I guess it's wrong to be British. Very well said, my lord. That's my man. I'm sorry, I accidentally broke my wine glass. Seems your class wishes to interject. Yeah, it's fate. I'd like to ask your lordship's opinion on something. Pardon my memory, but who might you be? Williams, the bard. Right off the play that happened tonight. But you don't need to go to the trouble of remembering my name. I can say I've made much contribution to the literary circles. Hardly, Mr. Williams. As I've said, I most detest Victorians' long-windedness. Man. Then you can invite more poverty into these cutscenes, right? Ask away. We've likened the taverns to deceased people. How should we heal ourselves in your view then? How should we save fellow taverns from the brink? I fear no matter how hard we strive, we cannot cure the plight core to us, just as muddied water cannot clean itself. So you say it is beyond us to save them, the rascals, the ruffians. I don't believe they simply lack for knowledge, education, but the power to help them lives in our pens. The fine intellect is exactly what our enemy is. I do like it more when our common man just knows how to work in the factories, just do their 9-to-5 job, okay? No independent thought, head empty. That is the ideal citizen. Of course, we write, we rally, we dream of the ideal nation of Tara. We try to rouse the memories of it sleeping in our blood. But you and I will have to be the ones to stay behind in these olden days. You see, I very much enjoy your works, and yet we forced to use the Victorian language. I lay down my soldier's honor here, and in time the soil of Tara need no longer be soaked in carmine blood. We track across no sorts of Dracokin. Be that unless a day comes, weapon wet dragon's flame should lead all those that fell, our fighters from the forge to be reborn. As much as I'm flattered, it's all a simple record of the fog balance. The most I did was add some matted polish. No, I'm just thinking. It's no sure thing that Tara will never have another wet dragon. After all, none of us ever seen a Draco before. How would we tell if whoever passes by us isn't actually a rival? We're just all in hiding. Looks at Dragon 1098. Village of Redwich, Scafana Fields, probably, maybe. Sweet, let's go. Found them. Just these two mucking about in the streets. Sounds of the window breaking must be they're doing. I settle down, you two, or else it's not your wrist ropes goes around next time. But I love a good hanging. Wait, come on, stop being wild now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, officers. It was our fault. Is that the wounded lot? The one swapping up with Dublin? One of them's wounded. The other I've never seen. I knew these tyrants would all be on it. Bloody good for nothings. Please, don't do anything. I beg you. This is all we had on us. You search us all. Ask us anything you want. We'll explain. We will... No questions will be asked today. Shut up! What are your paws up to, eh? Where'd they go? Are they off gossiping info to Dublin? I don't know, honestly, I don't. We don't even have any paws. We never met anyone from Dublin before. We're just some homeless people, I swear. And you just want some people to beat to death. Give yourself something to report to your noble press. You bloody Victorian scumbags. I'm keeping Mum, are you? Take him inside. Don't lead his ballsacks to make their racket on the street. He'll wake the rest of us up. Question the one with the bag first. If he's honest, he can suffer a little less. Yippee! It's only slight torture instead of the painful one. I'm honest. I'm an honest person. I swear I don't know a thing. Hold on, Captain. I think there's more nearby. I love to think she's just standing there with the flames and everything lighting up the whole alley. There's... What's Backboy shouting about? Fire! Shut up. Don't find cover for your friends. No, but there's a fire off behind you. It's the warehouse. Bloody Nora. I want the word out to Team 1. Prioritize firefighting. Did he dump us and go? Björn, come on. Undo my ropes here. How? I'm tied up too. Who are you? Let's go, quick. I'm sorry you had to run with us. We've got nothing to do with this. You know, somebody that's ready to start some arson might be onto something and we want it. It's fine. Shook them off. Fine. The radio right here should still be usable. Just a little quiet. Quiet's good. Keep us from being found. He isn't for any word. I'll go wash my face at that point. Try and calm down. Excuse me, Aurora. You can go off if it's dangerous to you. I'll point you on your way. No need. I can wait here and keep watch for you. Alright, thank you. You're a good one, truly. No nerves, Theon, no nerves. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, but what the hell is up with his fit? Like, why so many belts? What is this buckled even to? I mean, I do see this back. But yeah, that is an interesting fit for sure. He didn't need touch blood. It is not blood, just marshy mud. Wash it off and it will be fine. Bollocks. Hey, is that a stupid thing still works? Shh, God's sakes. Firelight can't be far away. Give it a few more knocks, then crank it. Approximately 9:30 PM. There. A case of arson in a settlement close to the county Trent. Efforts resemble those of the Dublin insurrectionists. Yippee! 3 suspected are still on the run. Should clues on Dublin elements not report them to the authorities? Considered equally guilty as these rebels. You could at least offer some money. At least pay them for betraying their friends. Warn you once again. The lights out, Belle. You're not to go outside. All areas apart from mines and factories are forbidden from lighting any lamps whatsoever. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is proletarian. Put a stop. All activities related to these insurgents. Die, Paul. Really podcast nothing else past 9 PM. All these bloody rules on them there. Sorry, that's a foul tongue for Talon. Could you understand that? Yes, but that's fine. No, still, I'm sorry for taking an outsider like you into this. It's okay. The Talons are the same no matter where they are. I once visited the Scafana fields myself, but I didn't have rules about lights out back then. But why is Alexander O my O? I know how to do an O. You cannot just give me a sound I don't know it all on its own. Oi, I'm guessing you're from a nomadic city then? Well, Winginger's law has been around for years. Used to just be out on the barrens to mind whoever tried sneaking to whatever count or discounts hunting grounds at midnight. Rings, we snuff the lamps and fires go out too. As someone in the barrens lights fire to herd beasts at this hour, you can see the clear as day for miles and miles away. But muck-ups like today only happened once the new rules got stricter. The sniper told us to see anyone in the street, they snatch him. Man, it's just like nice sweeping. There, Theon, calm down. Suppose so. Where's our medicine? Are we all out? Take a guess. Shame about my fountain pen. You know my own debts now. Stealing's what we're doing. It's lending if you're gonna repay them at some point. Don't think you have to make up for it with what you've got. How many days we've been outdoors now? If it's not midnight yet, then still 12 hours. Man. That's not too long in a sense. Alright, 12 days and we've barely gotten far. I keep thinking if only it'd clear up. I might see a chimney smoke or something from a village. It's just been haunted by the army, chased around in circles here. Be honest, do you really think we can make it out? What happened with you two? We had a little confrontation with the patrol. Sent they weren't out for us. Fian, I mean, you can trust her. Let me talk, Virgil. I can feel this lady's a good person. When the patrol came here to make arrests, they summoned everyone who had a record. And it started with the beatings, so we fought back. You know, I guess justified. You didn't, Fionn. Don't give yourself credit. Okay, but he was just an innocent bystander. He hadn't done all that bad, really, truth told. One family ran after they couldn't pay tax dues, so the patrol was dragging all the relatives in by the squad for questioning. Burger was brewing a little moonshine just for himself, and I'd missed some formalities while selling stuff. Yippee! I do love my state. It always owned up properly too, whatever it was. It's all got too much that day. It wasn't just us two who scrap at once the patrol started beating. There's 10 or so of us, all summoned that day by the army. We all ran at once. And then they wonder how Dublin gets more recruits over time, huh? What if the army wants someone? There's no escaping it. That lot won't change their tune just because someone's word says they're innocent. He ended up killing someone? Yeah, we did two of them. But one straight off of a hole while they weren't on guard, the other we laid low in the whole scuffle. Shame we let the third one do a runner, or else the army'd never know about what we did. Hey, we wouldn't be in such a miserable spot if we had one night more of a head start. Virgil, you think we could give ourselves up to them? I could do it alone even. I just can't stand these days on the run anymore. Didn't even nap the medicine. Owen's cuts just festering away. And he's... I can take it. I can't. Okay, at this point I feel like they will just end you. They dropped a bloody idea? You think they make it easy on you? But they wouldn't. They torture you first, crush your spirits. 2 minutes with someone like you, and they get everything about us pouring out. Look, we've got no meds. Torture by sickness. That's torture all the same, yeah? Are you short of medicine? We're sent out to rustle up some more, I say. They're waiting for us, decent ways back somewhere. We're here planning to buy it, honest. But we knew in our heads, all the shops shut the moment lights out sounded. We never make it in time beforehand. So we got a rough idea of when the patrol changes shifts, and we smashed through a shop window. I thought they wouldn't notice around about then. God. You... Guessing you're from the city. What got you into this desolated place? Searching for some things. You know about Dublin? Yes, I understand. I have some anti-hemorrhagics and bandages on me, actually. Mr. Fian, I saw you were hurt. You should sort it out. Oh, you noticed? It's nothing big, really. But if you're willing to share a bit of medicals with me, that'd be fair play. Our mates are hurt far worse. I'd bring to them if that's okay. We got a bit by... Gloom pincers? What the hell are gloom pincers? Those sound like great insects, though. Oh, okay, give me another. I will just need to accept that side stories are super wordy at this point. But it's interesting to see the parallels drawn again. With basically, in a sense, you could say Victoria itself already took over country with the taverns, and yeah, more or less unifying this as a country, and then the Psychers just taking over Londinium. And I do wonder what's up with Wheat. I did start to like her a lot as an antagonist, and hey, we did pick her up. She's a good girl at heart for sure. In that case, I can go with you. That way, we have footprints in the mud, leading that way. It's a tower rebel behind Darsen. Around here, no doubt. Quick, hide. It's a whole unit, half a dozen people, they're shining their torches this way. Quick, run down. Come this way, it's solid ground here. It's alright. The soldiers won't dare to move too fast through the marsh. Shh. Fionn, I can hear your teeth chattering. A torch flashes over them. Reed grips a spear tight, the metal warming hotter and hotter. Ooh. Get punched, losers. Well, that's right. How come you not get torches? Pisses me off just seeing you. Dublin? Get her! She's got info, no doubt! Get me? You're kidding me? What are you slinging mud for? Come on, Fionn. You've got to help her. Don't be a coward. Alright, okay. On they go. Couple of fresh boys don't take much to sort out. Hey, fair and fertile. You made a right Helms here, didn't ya? Would have kicked a bucket if I didn't come looking, no? Oh yeah, saved our skins. All thanks to you. I told you, see? All the smashing and looting business might be beyond me. Wait. What are you doing, Simon? It's enough to knock them out. They're going to kill them all? I mean, I guess they would roughly know the location, right? Aren't we going to be more guilty for that? Same difference. It doesn't matter how guilty if they're after a tavern. They get taken in, you're not coming out alive. Makes a difference to my head. Man, having morals incredible in this day and age. Coward. You watch, I'm gonna do all these Victorian bastards right and... Stop, don't do that. And who do you think you are? Hey, what's this staring for? Gonna be Tattletale? Just you try. Tattle, no. You're part of Dublin. Why are you dressed like that? Why are you copying the Spectre Force methods? And on what basis do you claim that? You some Dublin know-it-all? Call now, Simon. She's just a doctor. She was doing a runner with us just now. I think she's a good soul. Told her all about us. Why then, doctor? What you said about taking a look at our wounded, is that still valid? Simon, honest, you need to cool it. We mucked it all up. We didn't get the medicine. This conductor says you can help us, so that's all we can rely on now. Leave me out of this. Jameson's doctor here recognizes my clothes. I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor. But I still want to try and help you. Why this was even... maybe straight into mechanics at least. Why gradually reduces... Ice is loud, so loud. I need to accept this. Gradually reduces the attack speed of operators within the attack speed and movement speed of enemies within. I mean, that's kinda neat. Operators within gain camouflage by the beasts. Or it is the time to get this mechanic and get it burned. Yippee! Okay, what are you teaching me? Stay alert, Fox. You'll be simulating a swamp environment. Enemy sniper spotted. Support requested. Hey, where did Goose go?
싸울 때는
He's all in.
안전.
Right here, leave the enemies to me. Be the best giveaway is camouflage, giving you an edge in battle. Whereas camouflage will not be targeted by normal attacks as long as they are not blocking. Still not held them avoid splash damage. I see, so it's semi-invisibility.
여기 있어.
I feel like they realized to make invisibility bushes too powerful. My feet got caught in the mud. Be careful of the marshes. They will slow enemies and reduce their attack speed as they pass through it. Our attack speed will be affected as well. And protect others. Let's get a job done. She do be tanking for sure. Something doesn't seem right with this one. What? Is it the eyes? Appear to be dead bodies under control of witch marks. Be careful. You know, everyone knows that ghosts live in swarms. What did you expect? I'm sure I will get a story. Oh no, don't tell me they leave behind. I hate anything that leaves behind more enemies to spawn. They leave behind the witch and ember when they're defeated. I shall resurrect them if not cleared quickly and they have stealth. Oh, embers do not deal damage even when we are in contact. They have invisibility and must be attacked several times in order to remove them. That's it. I'll stop them here. What about the other side? I'll be there soon. Oh, they move on their own instead at least. That kind of makes it more bearable, to be honest. Maybe? Okay. I mean, this should be... Oh, it's kind of sad. Can we put you there?
알겠습니다.
But you don't really... that's awkward, yeah. I should have put you there, in hindsight. I kinda fucked that one up.
용기를 주세요. 자. 여기에요.
Right, we can wait. I can think more. Now I even have the choice between flavored melon water or some nice Fanta. I mean, I cannot retweet your story. There, my story. I get it. I should have put her here. Would it have been faster to redo the stage? Maybe. So yeah, I'll come here often. But yeah, I guess the swamp is kinda into those mechanics. I do like it slowly but surely. I do catch up with seeing the mechanics in the game. You know, since it is such a long running game, it does more endgame stuff, from events and stuff. It does throws stuff that you've never seen before, and you're like, the game just expects you to know how it works, more or less. We have to fight in the mud. Yippee! Probably also gonna finish after this node, depending if it's not a super short one. Leave your account book alone already. I'm gonna wait for... I cannot read anymore anyways. What? Gonna wait a few days and go assigning stuff out of your boat again? Oh, that's never happening. Are you a Krampfzwerg? I do need to disappoint you, but at least in the south, nobody would say Krampfzwerg. But Sure, I am a Krampfzwerg. But this might be just funny, you know, because German language can be misused. But, I mean, I know you would have spelled it right for wheel. It was a funny haha bit. Okay, just keep using Krampfzwerg. It is good, but yeah, I've like, this is literally the first time I would have heard this word. But you know what? I can be your dwarf. Even if I like elves a lot more. Actually, maybe, you know, it can't also do it. I guess actually, instead of Krampf, you might also just mean Kampfzwerg, I guess, which would be Battle Dwarf. That's also the funny of German language. I guess a Krampfzwerg and a Kampfzwerg would be valid, but you know, yes. I mean, I can be your dwarf or your battle dwarf. I will give you my axe. But just when I do something shameful. You did this. Okay, you probably mean a Kampfzwerg then. I assume. Yeah. Okay, I will be your battle dwarf. But just whenever I do something shameful, I feel the need to take a note. You know, you should not shame this man. He knows how to live a good life. Doctor's a smart sort. She knew how you've gotten hurt on first blush, even. And she's not blaming you, that's because she forgives you. But that's the first one you would mean. It would basically translate to be a Quamp dwarf. So, yeah. I mean, you can have some Quamps and be a dwarf. I guess every female dwarf once a month will be a Quamp dwarf. Isn't the German language beautiful? But she said she wasn't a doctor. She just learned a little first aid working someplace where they sell medicine. So she led us to treating our wounds. Like, close enough. How do you know she's telling the truth? If you ask me, she's not your normal doctor. No, there's no chance she's just some pharmacy worker. She had a full suit of medicine with her. Out here in the vase. That's strange. Oh yeah, and did you see what she had in that box of hers? A business type. Got a guess on how much it was worth? I didn't look properly. Can't be thinking of stealing luggage from the person who saved us. I don't know, I'm just asking. You know, first we need to make sure for how much we're selling out our souls. Got any more pride there? Not much. Give me a little for God's sakes. Doctor. No, sorry. I know you don't like being called that. You want some bread? No, thank you. What are you reading there? It's just an old Terran poetry collection. Oh, it's in Terran. I never knew much Terran Sea. Even less so when it's written, I suppose. You want to sit down here? I wouldn't mind. Right, actually, I've been meaning to thank you for last night. I just was give you some medicine. think I ought to do cleaning wounds bandaging. I guess I can do them that well. That's fine. I didn't even dare to touch the wound myself. Scared the living daylights. But you know what? When in doubt, just cut off the whole arm. That's one way to fix it. What I wanted to say was, if he hadn't set that fire off, he might never have escaped. Fire? Oh, the fire wasn't me. I was just passing by. Okay, if you say so. Must be an coincidence. Yeah, looks at her fire tail. She for sure does not know how to make any fire. I mean, I do assume that, you know, normally she does not run around with a tail on fire. Maybe they should have given her, like, another story sprite. Maybe. Dublin my ass. Those army lol call anyone who disobeys them Dublin. We are lost cause, but good people like you shouldn't have to bear such heavy guilt. Do you hate Dublin very much? I couldn't say. I'll give you a word of warning, seeing as you're from the city. For the past while, Dublin's people have been around these parts. I mean, that's exactly what she wants. Here they ran into one lot of Victoria's army, but a single of those Victorians survived. It upset the lords of the city fierce, so they transferred in a whole thing of soldiers to Twent, seizing people all over the Scafana fields. Once our villages down too. You really shouldn't have saved us, truth be told. You're not worth it. I don't care for other people's lives. I want to have achieved. Like agreed with Woods Island. Sorry. Took me a little too quiet actually. No, it's nothing. I'm aware of some of what you've told me. I'll be careful on the way. You're going now? Let's see now. I won't need you to show me the way. Alright, understand. Fans like your sort speaking Victorian so finely. I know you don't like to talk with us much, man. Are you seen Kyrene? Room about this tall, tail swings all around when she walks. No? What do you look for around these parts then, Doctor? She hasn't come back since last night. Simon, what's got you so? Fine. Come on here and help us out. Hey, it's Bagpipe and John again. Oh, we've got signal here? Doesn't it mean we went the wrong direction again? Looks like it. The comms facilities around here haven't been destroyed, which indicates they haven't advanced up in these parts. Any words on Woods Island then? Basically the same as what the news says. Arson committed by a small group of Dublin soldiers in Redridge Village last night, burning down a building in the barracks. But such soldiers don't seem to have fled into the Barrens. The rest is all invalid info. It just happens having a nomadic city been far from those Barrens for the past month. Our field raiders haven't reported anything unusual. But we've only seen what mark the battles have left behind. We can't even determine the scale of those battles from it. I can only tell one thing. There was a massive disparity between two sides' power. Seems to make short work of that whole unit of Victorian soldiers. Whip them. Bagpipe, are you listening? No, she was bird watching. Your parts are installed in the wrong orientation. I can tell you're getting distracted again. You know, I do like just saying your parts are installed in the wrong orientation. Oh, John, I didn't know you knew Piledriver spare assembly too. Took me forever studying to actually remember how you maintain one. I fully got my head around the assembly. I was just thinking, why does yours always sound like somebody else in his letters? I know it doesn't make much sense picking it up, but he just has a different written voice. That's fine. I've always trusted the intuition to be on the mark. I feel like there's always something he wants to say, but doesn't dare to. Just like how last time we went to see him, it was like he was being watched. Aye, that's exactly it. I prove we're not on the wrong track. The intel Hughes gave us was accurate. Enough so to put the enemy on guard. The army can hide the march route, but there's some leaked hint of how war materials are flowing for war purposes. Over the past few months, the few Dublin units we've marked have all converged on this area. The outer parts of Twente? This uninhabited zone? Shen, you look like you've seen a... Your clock. Same as us back in County Hillock. It's the Spectre Force! Come on, after them! Laid back pipe. There's something very strange about them. Their ghost is Dublin Spectre Force. Oh, there's just a few of them. It's like they're standing guard. Are they bait? Oh, not necessarily. They reminded me of some things that happened in Langman. We'll underestimate them. We'll approach carefully. Man, okay, now I'm curious how we gonna see what the hell is possessing them.
Démonos prisa. Mi tiempo es
Can
oro.
I can put people into the weeds. That will help a lot. I feel like.
듣고 있어. 뭘 해야 하는지 누군가 알아채기
I
전에
mean, I probably will put you in the mud. Sorry. Honestly, this will also take care of most people.
내가 일으킨 트러블은 나밖에 수습 못해.
It gains invisibility by weeds is toxic. But if you never leave, then it's never my problem. I mean, if they get invisibility, it might be... Actually, this will count as AoE damage, maybe, still? I'm not sure if it counts actually as splash damage or not. There's only one way to find out. I also would like to get some healing done in theory.
제일 먼저 불러줄 베르스 데오 볼레트.
뭘 해야 하는지 발밑을 봐봐.
Probably just have to put down Savi at some point since we... Yeah, this has not many range tiles. Which is refreshing to see in a sense.
뭘 해야 하는지 누군가 알아채기 전에 네 시체를 어둠 속에 던질게.
Why could you not have gone from the other exit, please? Down they go. Beautiful.
Mission accomplished.
What's going on with these soldiers? Actually, they were normal soldiers. I rather know of the Spectre ones. They go down without putting up a proper fight. No even reactors yelling. We're already dead. We've been dead for over 48 hours. Shen, you know you're a copper. You're not mistaken when you see things. At least we were clearly standing before we knocked him down, right? Yeah, you know, normally you would assume that somebody that comes at you and fires the crossbow is still alive. That's what kind of arts. Among you and ranks, they could control other people. But this and that don't resemble each other. I'm here. What's Island's Countess was here. I'll be able to feel out the difference better than me. What kind of arts refuted emotion and thought? It took living circus warriors and wore them down into walking weapons. Man, she's just placing a Mia every time she gets now. Maybe she still feels bad about leaving Void Siren behind in the wounds. But these Dublin soldiers are dead without a doubt. There's just some intense emotions are still burning in them, even after they've died. Burning? What's the feeling? This art has a definite form. If I used my cheek shawl to cut through it, imagine it be cutting through a fireball. Wait, I've seen. Purple flames. Strange purple flames burn in the eyes of dead soldiers. I saw the arts here describing, back in County Hillock. I haven't seen it since, not once all this time. Shen, you're almost there, aren't we? Casters leading the Spectre Force in County Hillock. It's got to be somewhere around here. We'll never forget how she Look, I'm that sure she'll recognize her if I see her again. And when I do, can find out the truth about Dublin. Right. Come on then, we need to keep asking around. Vultures may be caravans who've passed by. We'll find them, even if they're not the specters for real. Phew. Patrol came brutally fast. It's lucky we've got good eyes on us. You think those Victorian e-cheats? What the hell? Okay, you know what? We're reaching the segment again where Liva feels dumb. And we will Google words. Okay, this is an idiot, a fool, an imbecile. Oh, is it Irish or is it Scottish? It's something. Let's not well. I guess it's Irish? I feel like not being sure on this will make people even more upset. But fair. Say hello before they come snatching. Do not move ahead. I'll take a proper count. Been worried we left somebody behind in all the panic just now. Oh, that's right. Where's the doctor? Did nobody fetch her? Didn't she say she was off by herself this morning and not minding her business? Besides, it's not going to be an issue if a Wiki soldier naps her right. He's not wanted. Look, she is. We've got involved in all this last night. It was dark out and the soldiers probably didn't catch her face properly. How many Rural have you ever seen around here? And if you can't help her, what's the point dawdling about fetting the whole day? Wait, hold on. Kyron's here. Simon, you did it on purpose. Lied to her saying we'd lost track of her friend. And could she go looking? Why, she was kind enough to save us and share us her medicine. You just left her for the army lot to step up? You don't get it? You leave her behind to attract attention and gives us a safe getaway for the time being. And she won't say much vital even if she's caught. Doesn't even know which way we're going, let alone the fact that we're looking for Dublin. But she could die. Yeah, she went off alone. She'll run into the patrol sooner or later. Should have taken all her luggage while we had a chance. Wouldn't fall into those Victorian scumbag sense at least when... Honestly, you lot maybe deserve to go into a jail. It was her choice, fine. Did you not see her face when she saw me? She knew Dublin, but never had no kindness for it, and she spoke standard Victorian. I thought hate us more than real Victorians do. Can't swallow that, Simon. I just my intuition for people. Relax, madame. I'm not familiar with what's going on here. I know, you're not a Dublin ally. You just panicked for a bit and got mixed up with those insurrectionists. You've killed the Dublins. Understood that. You're not mistaking then. There's very few who were around these parts who know Tavern. Where did the Dublin soldier take you lot last night? No, they're not Dublin, and don't have anything to do with Dublin either. And I've never killed anyone from Dublin before. We've gotten something wrong. Can be honest here. You won't pay for it, so you don't need to fear it. The land around here has been under strict surveillance by the barracks. Marquis of Trent has no plans to dither like some nobility has. I think Dublin stirred up flames all over the place. That's why we could even tell who you were. Residents of a different village, close to Trent's city way, reported news of Dublin to the barracks a few days ago. But those Dublin soldiers, before they could attack the village, they were all felled by a white-haired ruler. Would you be able to turn on the tap, so to speak? Like to query your identity, motive, as well as last night's arson, which is similar to Dublin MO. Hold it, are you trying to flee? Stop her, this river is scared of going on record. There's something afoot with her. She broke my saber. What kind of strength does she... I've told you everything I can tell you. Let me leave. It will be best for us. You must be of a kind with those wretches, if you're so protective of them. Bumptious tower rebel, the lot of you. Fire. A few bolts aren't enough to kill a roofer, so press it first. Why Why do you hate him so much? You're a tavern yourself. Shut up. You're not to trust me with that word. So anyone who spoke tavern since childhood is a tavern? I certainly never heard of the tavern people when I was young. You're the one who pelted with goblins. You should get it into your head that tavern is just an excuse of a moniker these bandits use to destroy the order. And once you do, you draw a clean line between yourself and them. It was the erosion of the taverns by Victoria Swain's stylings that led so many to fall to banditry. My mentor told me this many years ago. I'm sorry. As long as you don't kill them. You're hesitating. You're scared of even stabbing people with your pike there. You're looking down on me, is that it? Just because in an instant you become ash up in the barrens. Go, Laushini. You don't want what you do to be discovered. Then the best way is to dispose of all eyewitnesses. No, I wouldn't do that. Captain! Retreat with the captain. Report is upstairs. Request backup. It's okay. They won't catch up to me. I'll be leaving this place very soon. I know the speed at which the Victorian army mobilizes. This is far from wrong to do. Who's there? We faster spare forth in vigilance. Point hovers over some shrubbery. It's me, it's me! It's me, I'm not going to hurt you. By the way, they were betraying you. What's harmony time? I still wonder how she does join Maud's island. Yes, I'm very well aware that the county trend won't be changing its entire course just for a single order, which is why we're willing to push back the delivery date and wait for the dramatic city to come closer. Of course, only minds of royal approval could provide original fuel of such high purity. Hence why being so very thankful for the Marquess of Twent's friendly attitude to us. I imagine we are all very happy with this business partnership. The secretary has left with the signed contract, Mr. Huge. He'll deliver it back to the office. Please, I ask you to trust him to properly handle such a vital agreement. No, I don't mean to doubt his management abilities. But rather, doesn't this imply you have more pressing matters to discuss with me personally than the contract? After all, you did choose to seclude a little gateway, and dismiss your servants too. It's time to make out, baby. Quite right, it's no surprise you'd surmise that. All these arrangements laid out specifically to convey my good faith to you. My wish is that our ensuing conversation will be founded on a mutual friendship from our time studying at the Royal Guard together. Shh. How funny you should remember that name. Well, you do know how famous she was at the ball. Oh my! Does it not make sense that her time could topple over and not get up while that drunk in some godforsaken place? Yes, I trust the vast majority have forgotten all about her, but it was a true accident or some other party's orchestration. Everyone knew not to stick their noses into it. Much thank you for so lavishly feigning surprise. Besides, my surprise happens to contain a kernel of sincerity. Bring up a name vanished from the school, a name with no record anywhere in Victoria of existing. Likely bidding specters to come. Yeah, you get it, because I will give my ghost army the signal and they will eat you alive. You're not wrong. Let me be bold. Why, may I ask, did you contact me out of your own accord? Because she wants to play Elden Ring. I'm no more than a minor aristocrat, making minor deals with all the mercantile breath. Couldn't do anything about the info if you've hinted at. Miss Informant, are you looking to circumvent your high-ups to please your own swollen ambitions, or are you? You made full sense of this conversation. Wouldn't do any more favors playing the fool, would it? The gist of it is, I'm here specifically given our previous time studying at the Royal Guard to offer you, the two who have been searching for a Spectre Force this whole time, a little warning. You knew. Yes, of course I knew they came to see you. Plus that you helped them pursue a batch of rich and product shipped to County Hillock half a year ago. Some people would say you let us slip a little too much. Understand how sensitive your position is and how you're multifaceted your responsibilities. Rest assured, I would absolutely never leak any of this classified information to anyone. As for those 2 rash students of mine, I'll give them a tact warning to quit while they're ahead. I'll leave your staff a little head start on their investigation to your orders' whereabouts. I appreciate your kindness. By being the paltry merchant I am, you shouldn't be privy to too much. Oh, please stop the humbleness. After all, you're the vice chair of your commerce coalition. I think the Earl that backs you would very much care about any info you gather doing business. Is the Ivan Duke really so worth depending on, given the sheer silence up to now? No, it's about time he decided where he stood. They're not strong-arming anyone. Harmony, don't tell me you're victorious. No, just who you're serving. Mr. Hughes, a bit very happy to receive the contents of our next contract from you sooner rather than later. Sorry, really. I'm not here to hurt you. Please don't touch me. I couldn't will myself to come out just now. Sorry I didn't help you. What I'm on about, you're good enough with your spear to knock a soldier out in a swing or two. Hardly need anyone else to help you. You should have withdrawn by now. Okay, you guessed as much. So did they leave you behind too? They shouldn't. They wouldn't. You can fight, you'd get caught. But you're a trader, here. You know so many people. If they treat you unjustly, you have too many methods you could retaliate with. Oh no, I was actually running back to bring you along so you can flee with us. I know I'm a little late for that. I was feeling guilty and scared of running into the army. Just kept arguing with myself and now I'm late. It's a good thing you can fight at least. The army can get their hands on you. Ma'am, say something. You're firing me, you really are. I am. Why? It's the fire. I really don't know how to apologize to you in any way that makes it better. I see. You're a kind bunch usually. Just life these days is stuff us mad. You know, yeah, desperate times, desperate messes. You don't need to say anything, it's fine, I don't mind. Think of me like weeds growing on the roadside. Won't poison you or crush you. At most, you feel a little stinging for me. Who would mind such a white lie? You say that with your hurt written all over your face. Do I look that hurt? You don't need to worry about me, but you do need to flee, quickly. After last night's fire, the army will be sure to transfer more people from the city to search the wilds here. Right, of course. There's one more thing, actually. It's a little hard for me to say. I know you're telling us to run. For the past dozens of days we've been hounded by the army this way, and that like beasts in a hunting ground. Us going in circles over the ways. We can shake them. So if I could ask you one more favor. Please help us. Let's go on a journey as we can catch the carrier truck that saves our lives. Well, next time you'll find out if she agrees to that. Spoilers, it's probably gonna be yes. Is anyone that I know still streaming? It would be hilarious if Musty would still be streaming. But actually, wait. Did I see this right, or is it just this YouTube one broken? Which load faster. But yeah, for once I won't stream tomorrow probably, or maybe I will if I get caught up in playing with friends. Is my internet dying, guys? Okay, please. I would like to load. But we're gonna quickly wait Mastisa before he has the chance of ending his stream. So yeah, say hi to him. He's cool, you know him. And yep, thanks for watching and being here. We will stream more Arknights on Thursday for sure. With Ark Umi himself and play the Icebreaker. That's gonna be fun. See you then the latest. Bye bye.